Right, we are live. Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to the Kiwi Lads channel. We are here for the match that is taking place between Wales and the Springboks. It is happening in a very, very short moment. We were supposed to start this live stream a little bit earlier, but unfortunately, the game between England and Tonga did run a little bit longer than anticipated. But there is still a bonus, and that is going to be the fact that this game should be a very, very exciting one. I hope you are all doing well as well, but thank you all very much for tuning in. We will show the starting lineup and reserves for both of these talented sides, and then we will be ready to go for another fixture of our rugby marathon that we are doing, looking at the Welsh starting lineup here. It's going to be Johnny McNichol starting at 15 once again, but they have got the option of Liam Williams off the bench in the later stages of this one. But what we will quickly do as well is we are going to change the fact that my face is up in the corner. It doesn't need to be there. So we are going to go like that. There we go. And this is the side that is going to be taking on the Springboks. Lewis Rees-Zammit back in the side. Dan Bigger also there for this game. And it is going to be very exciting. One big hit there for them, unfortunately, is due to the fact that they have got themselves no Alan Wynne-Jones due to injury. He is going to be out as well. We have Oscar Woo. Here we are as well. And hey, all says Will Song. And also, okay, let's see how long I can keep my eyes open for as well. And also, good luck to both teams. And 18 Wales as well, says Paul there in the chat as well. And also, fourth Thursday of every November in there. Nonetheless, that is the starting lineup of Wales for this fixture. Now we will look at the Springboks for this game. They have gone with a very strong side. Jesse Creel getting the start out in the number 14 jersey. Also, Herschel Youngke starting at 9. That is due to the injury. Unfortunately, they did lose Faf de Klerk, but it is going to be very interesting to see how this one goes with that new kind of injection. They've still got Andre Pollard at 10, who is a very talented player, and I feel like him, alongside Herschel Youngke, also Kobus Reinach, will be coming off the bench as well, which is just going to be absolutely awesome to see how he does play in at this fixture as well. But what we will quickly do is we will go like this, we will go like this, and then what I can do as well is I can have the scoreboard, and you guys can probably tell how far behind I was for this one due to the fact that the game was kind of running a lot later than it was initially supposed to. But what we will do is we will split up our screen. So we go like this and we go like this, and now we are to the side. We have also got Twickenham behind us, but we will be changing that in a very short moment as well. But do let me know your score predictions for this match, ladies and gentlemen. Who do you think will be able to win this one? It is going to be played at Principality Stadium, which means the home field advantage goes to Wales. They did lose their game last week up against the All Blacks, but it's a new week and it's a new Welsh side because of the fact that they have got their good players back into their side as well. All those extra talented players that they are going to be using. These are the benches as well for this one. Also, great commentary as always, says Hadida. Thank you very much. And if you guys are new to the channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button. It is hugely appreciated, the amount of support you guys have been showing on these live streams. And yeah, hope you are all doing well and hope you are all ready for a great game of rugby we are going to get to see between these two rugby juggernauts. I would say the Six Nations winner in Wales, and now it is going to be up against the Springboks. I'm excited. The national anthems are about to be up on us. It is raining at the moment in Cardiff, which does mean that we are going to be in that situation of possibly a wet ball situation, which doesn't really benefit either side. I would say Wales by 3 to 7 points as well, and I want Wales to win, says Novmum. And also, third game of the marathon. Be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel as well. And let's go from Sebastian there. And also, we have got there not far away. I believe Canadians celebrate it too, and I want Wales to win, says Novmum. And I think Springboks by 10. Wales have a much stronger side, says Sebastian there. But at this stage, the national anthem of South Africa is about to be upon us. I'm in the stadium now. The roof's not on, though, and it is bucketing down with rain. They have there Francois Steyn. What a player he is. Sia Khaleesi, the captain, has become, I believe, the third most capped Springboks captain. But this is a moment here. They are singing the South African national anthem. Kobus Reinach out there standing next to Franco Moster. He looks like he's a child, but it's in that situation of it's what a moment for these guys as well. We love to see Wales win as well. And I think Springboks by 10, Wales have a much stronger side here. And also we have got I like Wales to win, but I'd say Boks to win by 25-14 for the prediction there. But they are showing Rassie Erasmus, of course. He is back with the Springboks for this game as well, which is a big change compared to the older fixtures that we have seen them take place in the Rugby Championship. But it's going to be pretty awesome. You can hear the crowd singing the song as well for the national anthem, and then it will be the Welsh national anthem, which just sounds absolutely incredible in Principality Stadium. But do let me know, ladies and gentlemen, who is scoring the opening try of this match in your opinion? I would say, for myself, I'm going to say it's actually going to be Makazole Mapimpi. I feel like it's hard to not back him, but then looking at that midfield combo, Damien Delende Lukanyo as an option as well. Lewis Rees-Zammit, pace for days, but can he mark up with Makazole Mapimpi? That's the huge question for this fixture. But like we mentioned, third game of rugby in a row that we have been covering. This is the only game so far tonight that hasn't had another game being played at the exact same time, which is pretty awesome because of the fact that our full concentration will be right on this game. And it's going to be pretty awesome to see how it does go. But what we will do is, for you guys who are curious, I will let you know exactly who has won all of the other fixtures. New Zealand beat Italy, Ireland beat Japan, Fiji beat Spain in the end, and then England were able to win up against Tonga. That is the other fixture. And then Portugal beating Canada as well. Why did they change the stadium name as well? Says Chris. I didn't actually realize that they have changed the name. Is it not Principality Stadium anymore? Or was it, did it used to be called something else? I feel like I probably sound like a rookie asking that question, but I can't quite remember. But now at this stage, Wales, they are going to be wearing the black as their jumpers, but they have got the red kit on still. I predict the Springboks centre try probably Lukhanyo as well. Says Sebastian, yeah, very decent shout. Very talented player for Lukhanyo, and him and Damien Dialende is just one of those combos that I feel like will be a very good one to watch throughout the later stages of this one. But at this stage, we have got the Welsh national anthem, and then this fixture between these two sides is going to be underway. I'm very excited. Wales ranked about, I want to say, 9th at the moment in the world on the world rankings. The Springboks recently losing their first place position, but this is the perfect opportunity to take it straight back. Millennium Stadium as well. And thanks for the commentary, Kiwi Lad, as well. Says Neil, no worries, mate. We are normally on our main channel for the Kiwi Lads, but unfortunately, due to a false copyright strike, it does mean we aren't able to stream on that channel, but we are still continuing these live streams no matter what for these ones. So that is why we are on this one as well. We have got there, it's called the Millennium Stadium before Principality, and also we have got there just not going to stick in Wales as well, says Steve Smith. Yeah, I feel like my only benefit there is the fact that I didn't know it really as Millennium Stadium due to the fact that I've only recently started watching the rugby again. So I feel like I'm slightly in a better position in that regard. I'm not knowing it, but at this stage, Jonathan Davies, he's going to be leading his side here in what is a very, very important fixture for the Welsh, because they have got Fiji next week. They've got Australia the final week, but this game up against the Springboks, it's exciting as well. It's still cool. I still call it the Millennium as well. Land of My Fathers, absolutely awesome to watch the Welsh sing it as well. And did they name it after Prince Charles as well? Says Wolfsong there, and Hamish is so humble as well, says Katie Dixon. At the end of the day, like, it's one of those ones, without you guys, I'm sitting here talking to myself. So it's one of those ones, without you guys here in the chat as well, like, these live streams are completely different, which is why I absolutely love having all of you here week in, week out, no matter what channel it's on. We are continuing doing what we do on this one. And first try Oxnashare as well, says Neil, for his prediction of this one. But now at this stage, it's a decent shout, Oxnashare. Very solid individual, that is for sure. And now at this stage, he's going to be starting in the number 1 jersey for this game as well. It was Cardiff Arms Park before that as well, says David there, but they are showing Sia Khaleesi starting at 6. I will actually show you guys the starting lineup for all who are interested in this fixture in terms of the starting lineup and reserves. Wales, we will look at first. Lewis Rees-Zammit back after being out last week due to the fact that they weren't able to bring him in outside of the November international window. Dan Bigger back at 10 as well. Huge hit of Alan Jones not being there. Also, no Ross Moriarty. So instead, it's going to be Elton Jenkins who will be starting at 6. And this is the first time, Ellis Jenkins, first time we have seen him in this game for a Welsh kit in about 1,000 and something days. So it's been a wee while. This is the starting lineup for South Africa as well. Oxnashare, Bongi Umanumbi, and Trevor Nakanya are going to be starting as the front row. Etzebeth and Lou Diaga will bring the heat in a line out, definitely because of the fact that they are going to be up against a slightly less experienced Welsh combo than they would have been originally if Alan Jones was there. Jesse Creel getting a chance out on the wing, and also Damien Dialende are going to be starting at 12, with Damien Valimza at 15 as well as the other change that they have made as well. Welsh singing the national anthem with roof closed would nearly blow the roof off. Great atmosphere as well, it is indeed. And also into the chat as well, we have got there, honestly, it's creepy how Farrell and Fuff ain't playing for their teams as well, says Sebastian, and says Wolfsong. And also we've got there, so sorry for Alan Jones. You just know he would have loved being there. Yeah, I feel like even though he has been injured, he will still be at this game for sure. He would have loved to be playing it though. Dan Bigger kicks this one off for Wales. They are going from left to right, and it is going to be taken nicely by Damien Valimza. And straight away, one of the Welsh players has got himself stuck under the breakdown. But now Lou Diaga with his carry. The stage, Herschel Youngke is going to be rolling this one back, and it looks like straight away the box kicker is going to be on the cards for the Springboks. And with the conditions, the way that they are, probably not a terrible move here to go for that box kick early on in this fixture and try and put the pressure on Lewis Rees-Zammit, not able to take it. Also, his own player shoulder, but now trying to march their way forward here. Wales just inside of their own half. Dan Bigger decides to go for the high boot once again. So this is something we will see quite a bit throughout this game. Andre Pollard takes it nicely, just on the 22, slips over as well. A lot of pressure on him by Tompkins. The Springboks going to be hanging on to this one, 45 seconds into this game at the moment. And the Springboks just inside of their 22. Herschel Yankees passes it back now to Bongi Umbanambi. Getting the carry, and Wales straight on the ball here. Is it going to be the turnover? Paul Williams says that it's not. And now because of it, it is going to be Herschel Yankees who will be going back. Have a feeling Alwyn Jones will find a way to have been back, or to be back by the Six Nations. Yeah, it's one of those ones he was told that he won't be there for it. So that's why he probably will be there for it. He will just find a way of rehabbing it. Beautifully taken there. And now at this stage, Wales once again have this one. Thomas Williams passes it back. Now Johnny McNichol with the offload. In the hands of Reece Kerr. Starting at 1 for this fixture. Now going to be using Big Will Rowlands, who is in that number 4 jersey rather than Alwyn Jones. And also Adam Beard going to be starting at 5. So they have had to make a big change. Lewis Rees-Zammit, great low tackle on him by Damien Dialenda. Lucanio arm straight on the ball. And he has been able to turn it over now. And the Springboks have got this one 40 metres out from their own line. Herschel Yankees now fires it back to Damian Valimza with the step as well. Looking to the short side, trying to find the offload. He does find it to Damien Dialenda. And now the Springboks up to the halfway line. At this stage, Herschel Yankees now going back. Lou Diaga, big contact on him by, it was Aaron Wainwright, who had a very good game last week. Same with the man who was playing at number 7, Tane Basham. Box kick from Herschel Yankees now going high, not taken by Etzebeth, who was gliding through the air like he was a gazelle. And now at this stage, going to be Reece Kerr, dragged down Quacker Smith, trying to get in there and turn it over. Dan Bigger now kicking it in behind. Advantage over is called by Paul Williams back into the 22, and Damian Valimza waiting for that ball to bounce. And it looks like he is now going to be looking for the touchline, or does he? That one's going straight down the middle of the field. It's going to be miscommunication for him and Rees-Zammit. Thomas Williams not quite able to take it. And now at this stage, it looks like there is a little bit of a domestic going on between those two players for Wales. I will read that in a very short moment. But at this stage, this game has not had any stoppages so far. The stage now, Wales once again going to be hitting the ball up. It was Tane Basham getting his first carry. Eye burning, and Brandon and Ann ready to listen to Image the man as well. Go Box. Says, yo, I appreciate you being here, mate. Hopefully, you'll enjoy this fixture between these two sides. Do let me know who you think is going to be scoring the first try of the match, mate. And yeah, hopefully it is going to be a high scoring one, taken nicely by Damien Dialenda there off the kick. And now the Springboks once again going to be on attack from the halfway line. Diaga with the carry dragged down there by the Welsh defence once again. Looks like Herschel Yankees going to be rolling this ball back and will be taking on the box kick once again. And the conditions are playing into that advantage of just continuing to put the ball high. Makazole Mapimpi trying to line up. Oh, bigger lined up by Etzebeth. And it was a massive hit there. A little bit of a counter ruck here from the Springboks. Still trying to get the ball, but protected well by Wales there. And take care, mate, as well. Sets up action there. And okay, see you later, guys. Enjoy the game. My track cycling league I've waited 6 months for is about to start. So we will see you later on, BAL. But now at this stage, Wales once again have got this position just outside of their 22 at the moment. This game's going back and forth between these two sides. Kelvin has said Wales will be able to score the first try. Which player are you going with, Kelvin, for that prediction? But now it is going to be Thomas Williams. We'll be putting this one high once again here. So the kicking battle has been going on. We haven't actually had a single stoppage in this game so far. And now at this stage, running his way forward, it's going to be a big bit of contact. And it was going backwards as well. So now it is Oxnashad trying to get straight in the breakdown for South Africa. Oh, sorry, it was actually Trevor Nakanye. Still available here. Adam Bear passes it back across field. A little bit of a hospital pass to Johnny McNichol. Sorry, a lot of pressure there. Springboks running around the side. Oxnashad trying to jump on it. Still available for Wales. This is a battle and a half on the ground at the moment. Wales hanging on to it as well. Have fun, brother, as well. Says Steve Smith. And why? What was the first stoppage in play? As well says Festo, we still have not had one yet. So pretty much it means now it is the penalty to Wales. So pretty much we haven't had a whistle blown or a knock on or anything like that. But now that's the start of what is going to be a very fast-paced game by the looks of it. Dan Bigger will be kicking this one for the touchline for Wales. But tell you what, they have started at a frantic pace, that is for sure. We have got their Ken Cole Jameson should play instead of Adam Milne, which is struggling given runs. Jameson will be useful. He'll get more bounce against Afghanistan batsmen. So maybe it would be a good option to give Jameson a little crack in at that final game as well. All right, penalty to Wales as well, says Festo. And cheers, guys, says Johan there as well. And the Java, yeah, this stage going to be very exciting. Alrighty, penalty to Wales as well, says Festo. But nicely stolen there, almost for Lucanio, but unfortunately just ended up giving it away there. But played in the Rugby World Cup semi-final win against Wales is a stat that I have just said. So I believe that was the last time these two sides played. Beautiful ball there to Josh Adams. Had a relatively quiet game up against the All Blacks, but he is definitely a player who can cut a game open. If he does get the chance, big hit there from Sia Khaleesi, counter-ruck there from the box. But the Wales side are protecting the ball very nicely in the breakdown. Beautiful inside ball to Johnny McNichol, but he has fallen over, and now Damian Delinde not quite able to get it. Thomas Williams, a lot of pressure on him, going for the kick in behind now with the grubber. A lot of space, but it has gone straight into hands of Damien Valimza, and they're going back for the penalty to Wales. And I believe it was offside as the call there against, more than likely, I want to say it was Dwayne Vermeulen, but I could be wrong. And 7 green, so it is actually going to be Quagga Smith who was penalised for that one. And now Wales, it is a kickable penalty, but it's quite far out. So it's whether or not they are willing to take that risk of trying to get that one, or whether or not you decide to go for the corner. Dan Bigger kicking for the corner. Tell you what, Wales looking like they're going to be playing the aggressive game here up against the Springboks, and that is exactly what they need to do. 10 metres out now, and they are going to have the line out now. Ryan Elias, last week, the man struggled a little bit to get that line out straight. The All Blacks were putting him under pressure. Etzebeth and Lutiaga, one of the best at stealing the ball in a line out, Lutiaga. So they're going to have to be careful here, Wales, and make sure that this one is straight enough and the call is clear, which is going to be hard to make because of the fact that one was relatively straight. And now it is going to be going back into the hands of Ryan Elias. Inside ball to Josh Adams, picked up and dropped by the 2 big props for South Africa. Once again, it is going to be Reece Kerr shuffling his way sideways, straight on the ball there. Quagga Smith turnover in the breakdown. Very nicely done, and the Springboks have got this one back 10 metres out from their line, 7 minutes into this game. And Elton Yankee's going to be passing it back. Herschel Yankee's going to be passing this one back now. Offside a little bit, and now Damian Valimza kicking it towards the touchline, and it has gone out. So now at this stage, it's going to be another line out. Which team are going to be able to keep up with this pace? I would say advantage, maybe. I want to say it will be advantage to Wales. I'm trying to scratch my eye, by the way, anyone who was wondering what is going on at this stage. But yeah, pretty much Wales, I would say, due to the fact that they've been playing in the URC so often, they will have a decent advantage of being able to last that kind of longer game. But South Africa, they've got the physicality that will help them win this game. Perhaps Josh Adams now dragged down Bongi Umbanambi straight on that ball. No, giving away the advantage, and it will be straight out in front if they decide to take a Rowlands drag down by Quagga Smith. Straight on the ball there, and it's player losing his feet there. It was Dwayne Vermeulen, who is now very angry at the breakdown. Now it's to draw and pass Lewis Rees-Zammit on the outside. If they decide to use him as well, they have still got the advantage. Willemser, it is going to be the 2-on-1 as well, depending on whether or not he can get this ball out just a little bit quicker now. At this stage, it is the worst time for McCoverage to decide to freeze, but now it is back, and we are going to get to see this one just quickly again, and then we will skip forward, but now it is going to be out the back line there. Into the hands now, Lewis Rees-Zammit down the wing. He's got plenty of pace, steps back on the inside from Bongi Umbanambi. No, he was driven into touch, and he wasn't quite able to get there, but they are going back now for the original penalty. But what we will do is we will quickly reload that so that it does run a little bit smoother. And also, I cannot wait to see what happens in this game here. Both sides playing at such a frantic pace. Dan Bigger's going to be taking on the easy 3 points straight out in front here, and the Springboks will be behind by 3. Paul Williams just having a chat with Sia Khaleesi here, trying to make sure that they're on the same page for this fixture. But I will mention anyone who is new to the channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button. Also, be sure to check out the 2 pinned comment links. One is to the Kiwi Lads gaming channel, and also one is to the main channel where we normally do our live streams. Nice to see Wales fighting for this one as well, says Wolfscan. And also, I cannot wait to see what happens in this game, and I am exactly the same. It seems like it could go either way between these 2 giants in the rugby world, which is absolutely awesome to see. Dan Bigger now lining up this kick. He is straight out in front, so this should be a nice, easy one for him to be able to get himself here, Dan Bigger. And that is exactly what he has been able to do. The score now 3-0 to Wales in this fixture over the Springboks. But the big question is, how long will it be able to last for? Wales winning this one would be a strong blow to the Springboks. It would indeed, because the Springboks at this stage, they are trying to work their way back to being number 1 in the world. They are ranked 2nd at the moment due to the All Blacks getting their win over Wales. So if that was to happen, it would be a huge, drop for South Africa in terms of the world rankings. But I feel like this game is certainly not over yet, 10 minutes in. And at this stage, Thomas Williams kicking it down the middle of the field. Now it's going to be Dwayne Vermeulen building up some speed. Thor trying to drive his way forward. Red 7, Tom Basham offside. And now Herschel Yankee's going for the kick in behind, seeing a bit of space as well. Kicks it into touch, and it will be going back for the penalty. So I'll ring my Wi-Fi provider to complain, but because this New Zealand other staff are probably out fishing as well. And hi everyone, says Jan as well. Welcome into the live stream, mate. It is great to see you here. Anyone from the main channel, welcome in. If you are wondering why we are on the Kiwi Lads Sport rather than the Kiwi Lads kind of main channel, okay, it's not actually Seven who was offside. It was actually Alice Jenkins who was penalised there. Wales need a boost. We shouldn't be ranked 9th as well, says Gavin. And yeah, winning this game would certainly push them up there a little bit further. But yeah, pretty much anyone who was wondering why we are on this channel rather than the main channel, our live stream on the main channel ended up getting a wrongful copyright strike for the Cricket World Cup. So because of that, we aren't actually able to live stream on the main channel until we get that one resolved, which is hopefully going to be relatively soon. But until then, we are on this channel. Andre Pollard going to be lining up this kick now. It is actually bucketing down there at Principality Stadium by the looks of it. Andre Pollard, it's a very good kicking record. Had a little bit of a struggle in the Rugby Championship in certain games, but I'm sure that he will be able to put this one straight down the middle, and that is exactly what he's done now. The score 3-3 between these two sides as well, so it's going to get just that little bit more interesting. Grammar agree, but we will lose to a good Welsh team proudly as well, says Johanna. I think they can't overtake the All Blacks given their victory against Italy today as well, says Sebastian. Yeah, it would certainly depend on how much of an advantage they get themselves. And I'm a South African, but All Blacks supporter as well, says Calvin. And right, we haven't seen a try yet in this one. Lewis Rees-Zammit looked dangerous in that early stage, almost able to get himself over the try line. I said Makazole Mapimpi is my try scorer, who I think is going to be scoring first. But Paul Williams at the moment, he's got a smile on his face, even though it is absolutely boiling down. So another kicking game, says Wolves Song. It does seem that way, but I will say as well, due to the fact that it is raining, I feel like it's more strategic doing the kicking game in these conditions, due to the fact that handling errors are going to play a big factor in this game. It's going to be back on the side of Wales. Very nicely done by McNichol. It's going to be the advantage for both players, ending up flopping down onto the ground for the Springboks. So they have got a penalty advantage straight up front. Dan Bigger now luring in the defence. Donovan Davis out now into the hands of Josh Adams, spinning as well. And at this stage now, the Springboks are under pressure. I believe it's actually Lukanyo Amu who's down at the moment. Big cross kick. Makazole Mapimpi versus Lewis Rees-Zammit. He wasn't able to take it though. And now it is going back for the penalty. Now tries will be coming soon as well, says Sebastian. That is the battle. I feel like you guys know this as well. Anytime I've talked about this fixture, I said about the battle Lewis Rees-Zammit versus Makazole Mapimpi. It's the youngster versus the veteran out on that wing, and that is exactly what we were getting to see there as well. But now Dan Bigger, looks like they will be taking on just the easy 3, I would think, more than likely here. But yeah, at this stage, towards the touchline as the call, so they may even go for the corner depending on how it goes. They are just asking whether or not they had another advantage that they can take. Okay, they are going to be taking the one straight out in front. It's like I'm actually there as well, says Katie Dixon. And yeah, at this stage, I mean, I have a green screen, so I'm in the stadium. It's nice and dry here because I have got the roof on, but it is certainly not dry there at the moment for themselves because of the fact that, unfortunately for them, it's just pouring down. But it was a good battle in the air between Makazole Mapimpi and also Lewis Rees-Zammit, but he wasn't quite able to take it. I feel like it's going to be pretty awesome to see it in the later stages. Mapimpi is a truck of a rugby player as well. Wet conditions equals more kicking as well, says Springboks. Exactly right. So it is going to be one of those battles that they just keep on going in this one. But they are just showing the back line here. Dan Bigger with the quick hands to Davis, the captain of the Welsh side for this one. And now Dan Bigger straight out in front. 1 from 1 so far tonight. And the distance 23 meters out. So he should be able to nail this one more than likely as well. But I will mention anyone who is new. Oopsies, I almost just yanked my headphones off. If you are new to this channel, be sure to leave a like. Also subscribe, it will be hugely appreciated. Damian Valimza actually going off the field, I believe, for an HIA or some sort of injury. So that now means that Francois Steyn making his way out there a lot earlier than he would have been expecting. We've already seen Brad Weber fail an HIA this weekend. So it is not ideal that they have lost another player there in this kind of Northern Hemisphere tour. We've seen so many players, not just for Wales. They lost 2 last week, Ross Moriarty and also Alan Wynne-Jones. We've seen the Springboks. They've dealt with injuries. Faf de Klerk is out at the moment. And also another one, Brad Weber, like I mentioned, for the All Blacks. There's a couple others as well. And at this stage, okay, time's back on. Crowd were giving it a little bit of loudness as well. South Africa just got 3 wickets in a row in the last over as well, says BAL. So does that mean that did England lose? They did indeed. So South Africa won that one, and they might be going through the semi-final now. That one has gone over from Dan Bigger as well. Now, because of it, it does mean 6 points for Wales and a 3 for South Africa after 13 and a half minutes of this fixture. Seems like it's going to be a very close one and maybe could go either way, but now it is going to be Andre Pollard once again kicking off. Like I mentioned, staying out there due to the fact that Valimza had to go off for an HIA straight through the hands there of it was one of the Welsh players. I believe, I want to say it was the number 8, Aaron Wainwright, and now the Springboks in the ideal attacking position. So the kicking game straight through the hands. He was kind of, I guess you could say, getting ready for contact from Jesse Creel as well. We have a game as well, says Katie Dixon. We do indeed. At this stage, Damien Valimza, he's not out there, but Francois Steyn in that back line. I feel like that's going to be a very strategic play from the Springboks in terms of being able to use him to their advantage while he is out on the field, while Valimza is off, because Maka's only Mapimpi. He's out wide. I feel like a little chip and chase or something might be on the cards here. I know, damn. Well done to South Africa for the cricket win as well, says it Wolf Song. And also we have got there now, South Africa didn't get the run rate to beat Australia to the final as well, says BAL. Oh, was that their last game out of any game for those sides? So I guess in that case, it is going to be England and Australia who make their way through. I thought we still had one more round. That's going to be the scrum reset here. Both lines, or both sides, just getting a little bit keen. Bongi on Banambi looking at the referee like he is an undercooked piece of meat going, this isn't cooked. What are you on about, Paul? Oh, yeah, it's got their Andre Pollard and Dan Bigger with the kicking duties as well. And this one, yeah, there's going to be an exciting battle to see those two playing at 10. And also off the bench in the later stages for the Springboks, they have got Steyn. And also, tell you what, we can show it as well for who the Springboks have gone with as their bench in this fixture. They have also got themselves Elton Yankees, who will be an option in the later stages, and then Gareth Anscombe getting the start or getting the bench position in the number 22 jersey. Almost an interesting choice there. It's going to be now both front rows going down, and we have in the reset because of the fact that a lot of people actually wanted to see, I can't remember the name now off the top of my head, but he played quite well in the last week's match, which is why people thought he would be there. But Wyn Jones off the bench as well, Liam Williams, watch out for him, because him and Franz Steyn are going to have a battle later on in this game. And then you've got Davis, and also it will be Cobus Reinach. He hasn't really played too much since playing up against Argentina, but he's a phenomenal talent. Cobus Reinach, acceleration for days that can cut a game open in the later stages of it as well. England versus New Zealand, and Pakistan versus Australia as well. Says Sebastian there. Also, South Africa beat England by 11 runs, but our net run rate means we avoid Pakistan, I think, as well. Says BAL. So it could be them up against the Kiwis, perhaps. And now it's going to be fed into the scrum there by the Springboks. Now it's going to be a big push. They've got the penalty advantage as well for it going backwards now. Elton Yankees, Herschel Yankees off to Jesse Creel with the crash ball. Dane Basham trying to get straight on it. It's another advantage here against Wales. It's a Beth giving it the big old carry at the line here. The big number 4, Damien Delina, little kick behind, trying to link up with Lukanyo. They have still got this one available for the Springboks. No, it has been dropped, and it will be going back as well. Just saw a glimpse of Rassi, genius as well. Says Springbok, yeah, he wasn't allowed to go on the tour to Australia, unfortunately for him, but he is there now, and he's certainly got plenty of experience. Rassi Erasmus, very talented player, very talented coach, I should say, might be able to outlead the Springboks to a 3-0 Northern Hemisphere tour, depending on how it goes as well. We have got the, I wanted England versus New Zealand in the final as well. Says BAL. It looks like Lukanyo Armour's down at the moment as well, just a little bit, but they will be taking on the 3 points here with Andre Pollard 17 minutes into this game as well. Andre Pollard now going to be lining this one up for the Springboks to get them back to an even playing field. It looks like Franz Steyn now. He's just having a bit of a chat with the Waterman, which in this one is actually Willie LaRue. So they are just discussing tactics by the looks of it as well. Rassi is my favourite player, but Kirsten Marcel says BAL. And also, but congrats to the Proteas as well. That one against the England is highly impressive. It is indeed, and maybe it just affects England's confidence going into the next kind of games into the semi-final. But Andre Pollard straight out in front does get it as well. And now the score is going to be 6-6 in this fixture in the early stages. No try scored yet. 17 minutes in, but it is certainly going back and forth. It is bucking down. Like I mentioned a little bit earlier on, it seems like it's not ideal conditions in terms of being able to do anything other than putting that ball high and hoping your opposition makes a mistake. If I was a betting man, I'd say Dan Bigger's going to put plenty of height on this one, and that is exactly what he has done. Down to the 22 now, taken nicely by Francois Steyn, and he is tackled there. And it is going to be going into touch. Decent boot downfield from Francois Steyn. Now, it's interesting. I've been playing a little bit of Rugby World Cup 2011 on the Xbox 360. He is actually in that Springbok side. Alongside it is Mornay Steyn, who is also there for that one, which is pretty awesome to see. These older fellas who are still going around, although saying that Mornay Steyn, he has retired from international rugby, which is a bit of a shame. Go Hamish, you're a hero for lasting this long marathon as well, says Tony. Thank you very much. I feel like I've woken up for this game as well due to the fact that it could be a very good one. That one is going to be a loose ball there, and Wales picking it up. And now at this stage, that ball has gone into touch. And now the referee is going to decide that it is a Welsh line out there and high in the chat as well from FDF. Welcome into the live stream, mate. Thank you very much for tuning in. And track cycling hasn't started yet, so I'm good for a bit as well, says BAL there. Yeah, at this stage, Wales, they're applying the pressure up against the Springboks side, which is exactly what they have to continue to do. You make a roof and you can't be asked. Doesn't make sense as well. The lads are drenched, says Sebastian. And also, yes, thank you for the stream, 10 out of 10, says Katie Dixon. And this is not the last live stream we are doing today, ladies and gentlemen. We are going to be doing the game between Argentina and France that is taking place straight after this one. Now it is going back. Ryan Elias, beautiful inside ball now to Josh Adams, who didn't really get any carries up against the All Blacks, but already in this game has made his presence known. Now it's going to be Aaron Wainwright getting driven backwards in the tackle by Bongi Omanami and Khaleesi. Adam Baird now, massive shoes to fill for that one as well. And also we have got their Roof Eagles COVID as well, says Springbok. And also we have got their Hamish as the official mascot for Red Bull as well, says BAL. That's going to be the penalty to South Africa as well. And a rugby marathon, 10 out of 10, says Sebastian there. And they are hyped up at the moment. They're the Springboks, due to the fact that they have been able to get that penalty just outside of their 22. Nicely done by the men. We're in the green and gold for this one. They did have another kit that they were going to be trialling in this fixture, but the South African public and also just the world turned against it. So only about 50% of people wanted it. So they decided to leave it. Well, this one, that's a brilliant kick downfield from Andre Pollard there. Did you see the Ireland match? Says Rugby. I did see the result. I was watching it at the same time on one screen as I was the New Zealand versus Italy game, but I'm going to be going back rewatching it. What a win for Ireland. We thought it was going to be a close one at times, like only maybe 10 to 15 point split, but Ireland 60 points to 5 just ran away with that game. New Zealand have surprised the record for the most, or surpassed the record for the most tries scored in any year, and now top of the table as well, says Dani. And also Wales are used to play in the, or used to playing in the wet, a very good advantage to have as well, says Will Song. Oh, it's going to be just a little bit early there for Wales in the rolling maul, so because of it, it is going to be the advantage here to the Springboks. I think it is another advantage for in through the side, and Herschel Yankee's now breaking off to the short side, close to the touchline, and Thomas Williams dragging him down, putting him into touch, and it's going back for the penalty to South Africa. And at this stage, seems like it is going to be a battle with the threes until we get to see that first opening try. But when it does happen, I feel like the floodgates are going to open up, just like the rain is pouring from the south. I was about to say the South African skies, but it is in Wales for this game. Principality Stadium is where this one is taking place. Andre Pollard is kicking for the corner now, and that is a big moment here for the Springboks. They have decided that rather than going for the 3 points, they will go for the 7, which is very honourable indeed. Who do you think is the best Ireland player? Says Rugby. I love watching Tyke Furlong play, to be honest. He's just one of those guys that he shouldn't be able to step and move the way that he does, but he's a big man and he just keeps on going. Also, Jack Conan had a very good game, I believe, up against Japan, if I'm not wrong there. Now, this stage, it is going to be the line-out throw once again here. Bongi Umbanami 5 metres out as well. Yes, the Box held that record for 13 years as well, says Springbok there, but now rolling more attempt. Bongi Umbanami at the back, trying to get this one marching forward. Heave is the call. It's another advantage here for the Springboks, and they are getting swarmed by Wales at the moment, but Herschel Yankees got this one available. Andre Pollard gives it back, cross kick. Makazole Mapimpi is in the open, being almost able to take it. He has dropped it though, and it's gone backwards, and now it is going to be going back for the penalty once again. Ronan Keller is also a massive player as well, says Katie Dixon. He is indeed. Like Leinster, this stage, they've got some good forwards, that is for sure. And also we have got there, can we use the hide user option? Means the account messages will be, or we can use the hide user options, will be deleted, but they won't be able to spam from that account for the remainder of the game, not just 5 minutes as well, says Sebastian there. Paul Williams at this stage just having a bit of a chat with Jonathan Davis, the captain here on back, says King Baron. Welcome back to the live stream, mate. Do let me know who you think is going to be scoring the opening try of this fixture. Also, if you guys are new to the Kiwi Lads Sport channel, be sure to check it out. And also hit that subscribe button. There's a hype around Reece Zammit warranted as well, says Gavin. It's one thing, you can't buy pace and you can't train pure pace. And Reece Zammit, he has pure pace. And he almost scored himself a try in the earlier stages of this match. So it's one of those ones that if he can get into that situation of finding a few games in a row and not getting injured, injuries are something that has killed so many young players in terms of that momentum. If he can stay uninjured and keep on going, I feel like he has got the potential to be one of the best out on the wing for Wales. Maybe like having him and Josh Adams on either side, that's going to be dangerous for any team that are facing them. Wales are suddenly realizing they are in a real rugby match with the Box as well. But now at this stage, it is going to be the rolling maul attempt once again here for the Springboks defender. Well so far by Wales, but now Bongi Umbanambi starting to creep for breaks off the back there. Umbanambi, he's going to be wrestled to the ground instead. Now Jesse Creel trying to spin out of the tackle, and Wales only a few metres out from the line need to make sure that they don't let the Springboks through. Love your accent and commentary as well, says Darren Smith. Thank you very much, mate. Hugely appreciated you being here for this live stream. Yankees once again passing it back now into the hands of Big Etzebeth. Getting the carry 5 or 10 metres out, straight out in front of the post now. Lutiaga carrying it forward. You can hear the South Africans starting to roar in the crowd as well. It's a penalty to Wales, and the Welsh crowd erupted a little bit louder. We always got to give a shout out for your listener and Audley, England as well, says Darren Smith. So welcome into the live stream, mate. What time is it there at the moment? Is it around 7 p.m.? Do let me know. And some people think Johnny Sexton for Ireland or Gary as well, says rugby. And also we have got there, well, the world knows we are both the big guns in historical rivalry as well, but true respect for each other as well. And also, hey, it's Kyle, just changed my name to my Xbox name as well, says it is in there from Hate. I guess I'll call you Kyle, though. It might be a little bit easier. And also, we've got there, Resam at his pace, my Pimpia's experience, and that's an explosive duo on that wing. And also, hello in the chat from Oya from Greece as well. Welcome into the live stream, mate. Thank you very much for tuning in. The biggest respect there as well, says Springbok, and 6 p.m. at the moment for Darren. And like and subscribe, says Rugby. You heard the man. If you haven't already, be sure to hit that subscribe button. Anyone who doesn't know, we have got a main channel where we normally provide the rugby commentary, but due to the fact that we did get a copyright strike on a cricket live stream, it does mean that we aren't able to live stream on that channel. But as soon as we are going to be doing it on both of our channels. So be sure to hit that subscribe button on that one as well. Also, if you enjoy a rugby podcast, we have got the Rugby Down Under podcast that's on Apple, Spotify, anywhere you get your podcast, Rugby Down Under podcast. Be sure to check it out. But Thomas Williams now passing it back. Now the Springboks, they turned down 3 easy three-pointer attempts, or 2 easy three-pointers. So will they end up regretting it? We will have to wait and see. Thomas Williams once again putting up the ball. It's going to be just outside of the 22. Beautifully weighted one, but Quagga Smith able to take that one now. And they are going to be able to get this ball back. The Springboks, my son-in-law is from Auckland as well. Says Darren Smith there, and it's now the total of 7:57 in South Africa. And which is going to be, it's going to be an interesting one to see kind of the time zones that we are going to have in the next kind of couple of weeks in terms of the games. I know that England versus Australia is 6:30 a.m. New Zealand time, which is kind of around that time. That is straight out on the full. Yes, it is. And it's going back now to the 22. Load shedding as well, says Wayne. Yeah, I have heard that that is happening quite a bit in South Africa, which is a bit of a shame due to the fact that the international rugby is well and truly in the swing of thing. But I know of one person who wasn't actually able to watch a few of the games that one went out on the full. They are showing there, just getting it a little bit wrong there, Herschel Yankees. And now it is a gift for Wales just on the 22 now. 25 minutes into this game at this stage. They are showing Damian Willemse to say he has failed his HIA, I believe, so he will not be back for the rest of the night. Going to the front there for Wales. Thomas Williams passes it back across now. Jonathan Davis, one of his first carries in this one, and straight away the Springboks get into the breakdown. It's an advantage, and it's a penalty to Wales straight on front. Yay, Mitchell. Mutual live as well, Fest, says Danny, and also I'm from Germany. I'm in Germany, and it's just coming up to 7 p.m. as well, says Gavin there. Oh, they tried to take the quick tap there, Wales, due to the fact that the Springboks players were getting a little bit of a telling off. 3 down here is the call from Paul Williams. So if they're not careful, they may end up going to the bin here. Based on your gut feeling, please give your prediction as well, says Darren Smith. It's a tough one. I think before this game, I was saying Springboks by 10, I think was my prediction, but it's a very tough one. I feel like this game is one of those ones with the home field advantage. Could go either way. As only I've got the dab from rugby there, but now straight on in front here, Dan Bigger. They are going to be taking on the 3 points, and this will give Wales the win, give them the lead back in this fixture as well. At this stage, 26 minutes in. 6 penalties against either side, they have just said, into the early stages of this fixture, which is a huge amount for what we are sitting at. It was, in the end, Lukanyo who did end up giving away that penalty. We always got the box. Love to give the crowd a nice tight game as well. And I'm in Ireland, and it's 6 o'clock as well, says Rugby. And collapsing a ruck near the line should be a penalty try as well, says Springbok. Yeah, they were very close to that line, and instead it was just the advantage. I assume that is in the favour of the Springboks down the other end, wasn't it? If I'm not wrong, if I've got the right one. But at this stage now, Dan Bigger lining this one up straight out in front, and it has gone over. So now they're scoring 9 points to Wales and 6 to South Africa. Just trading penalties at this stage. This is going to be neck and neck, and someone is going to be going to win by something frustrating like a dumb penalty or a golden point as well, says Katie Dixon. Yeah, there could be a last-minute drop goal perhaps on the cards, but in these conditions, anything can happen in the later stages. If it continues to pour down the way that it is, I assume the game in France, I'm wondering whether or not we will have rain for that. I don't believe so, but the game did take place for Scotland and Japan. It had rain. It was actually Ireland versus Japan had rain, and also the game that we did watch just before England versus Tonga had rain as well. So there's quite a bit of rain. Discipline is mandatory here as well, says Sebastian. And my dad was on the New Zealand Rugby Union, and together with his mate Sir Tom Pierce, they took the first mixed race AB team to what was then Rhodesia. Hopefully I pronounced that correctly, but that is pretty awesome. They have got a little bit of that history. Their luck box, their luck will run dry as well, says Calvin. Also, we have got the, I think as long as Wales have confidence to keep visiting the box 22, they might as well take penalty kicks. Wales don't need to find touch so often as well, and Wales could win if their kicker is on his game, says David. And yeah, at the moment, Dan Biggar has not missed a kick so far tonight. Whereas at this stage, the Springboks, they turned down 2 3-pointers earlier on in the half. That's going to be taken nicely by Ludiaga. And now once again, they are going to be going for the rolling maul. I'd love to see a penalty shootout again. It's been a long time since I saw the last one of those as well, says Wolfsong. I don't think I've ever seen a penalty shootout in rugby. I feel like it would have been a little while ago, was it as well? And yes, mate, golden point as well. And also in the Six Nation, England lose to Italy as well. There's a rugby there. That one's gone straight up in the air from Elton Yankees. It's actually bounced as well, but Lutiaga just a little bit taller, but Wales do get themselves a penalty there as well. Now Thomas Williams, he was going to be giving it off to Dan Biggar, takes it quickly there. Oh, it was almost charged down by Dwayne Vermeulen. It's probably a good thing that the referee wasn't looking, but he wasn't quite on the mark there, Dan Biggar. So because of it, it does mean that Dwayne Vermeulen, he could have gotten himself in a bit of trouble there, depending on whether or not Dan Biggar was right on the mark for that one. And also we have got there, that's funny as well, says Real Song, and also rugby history in this chat, 10 out of 10 as well. Into the chat, says Katie Dixon. And also I feel it in my bones, my Oracle bones as well, says Katie Dixon there. But now at this stage, it is going to be the line out for Wales, just outside of the 22, about 40 metres. Oh, sorry, that's not just outside of the 22, 30 metres out we'll go with. I remember Sir Tom Pierce as well, says David taken nicely by Wales. Quick hands there. Oh, that's an awkward low tackle on Dan Biggar by Sia Khaleesi, and I think he might have got him winded there. He looked like he was coughing. Now it is going to be Tame Basham. Another advantage there against the Springboks, and now Thomas Williams trying to find the offload, not quite able to. The ball bouncing out the back. Tompkins cleans it up. Now offloads it now into the hands of Will Rowlands, dragged down by his opposite number, Etzebeth. Still going to be another penalty advantage, I believe. Thomas Williams now offloading it back. Tame Basham running it straight at Trevor Nakanye, still available. Thomas Williams now looking to the short side. Once again, it is going to be Will Rowlands with the carry. Here's a young player to watch out for in the future, that is for sure. Now Ryan Elias running straight at Diaga. 8 phases in at the moment. It went backwards, so they can keep on going. Tame Basham now driving his way forward once again now. Thomas Williams passes it back out. Dan Biggar, beautiful ball, a little bit high on Nick Tompkins, but it did go backwards. They might be checking this one though. Johnny McNichol now trying to sell the dummy. And it is going to be an advantage once again against the Springboks. A lot of pressure on Wales at the moment, but they've still got this ball and they are still playing the advantage. Little chip behind from Dan Biggar. Oh, now Tompkins going to be taken out, and this is going to be a card for someone, I think, at this stage. What channel is it on, says Rugby? At this stage, it is on Sky Sport 1 here in New Zealand. For you guys, come on, Box, wake up. You can do it as well, says Johnny Douglas. And will Wales be physical enough after 80 minutes as well, says Darren? That is going to be the huge question in this fixture, because if they end up slowing down and the Springboks keep that physicality, that is where the Springboks will have the edge, although the Springboks may be down to 14 men now for the next 10 minutes. Thanks, Daniel. I think I might have lost this game as well, says Wolfsong as well. And also we've got there in the chat as well. Sometimes it's a gift, sometimes it's a curse as well, says David there. At this stage now, what are they going to decide? I feel like they're going to possibly be asking the question to the TMO. They're checking whether or not it was originally, I believe it was an original high tackle, but also maybe the player getting taken out low and like a diving tackle. Thor is massive, isn't he? As well, says Springbok. He is indeed. Dwayne Vermeulen, beast at the back of a rolling maul, and beast just at the back of a scrum or anywhere he runs. To be honest, Dwayne Vermeulen just going to keep on going until the legs give out, which unfortunately has been more and more often recently due to his injuries, kind of around the kneecaps. You don't want your knees buggering off on you, because or else then it's very, very tough to keep on running. But 30 minutes into this game at the moment, and Paul Williams has got the mammoth task. In fact, at this stage, it will be all right for him. Oh, okay, I think that's all right for Oxnashea. He was going a little bit high, but he did end up connecting with the ball, I believe, originally here. Oh, okay, so he's caught him on the forearms there. I'm not sure how they are going to call this one, because you could say Oxnashea, yes, he was going for the ball, but then saying that he was trying to catch the ball with one hand, which is something that is going to be interesting there. And never say never. There's always hope. And who do you want to win it? I just want whoever plays the better rugby to win this game. Happy there's no foul play as the call from Paul Williams. They still have the advantage though, so they'll be going back for the penalty. It's definitely a gift, buddy. I for one, don't have it, but I respect those who do as well, says David. Yeah, Tompkins there ended up putting down that one. Are we just checking another challenge here, perhaps? Oh, it's actually Oxnard once again taking out Nick Tompkins for the second time. So they are saying whether or not that was closing off as well. Indeed. Thank you, as always, for keeping me posted as well. Says a Wolf song there. So they are going to be going back here. I'll come back to you as well, as the comment from Paul Williams. So they are just going up. And now Nick Tompkins trying to go around Oxnard. Was there any change of line here? There was a little bit. There was a little bit of a change of line there from Oxnard. So it's going to be interesting to see what they call this one. I say Wales, because some of the Lions players as well, says Rugby there. And yeah, that's the thing. Okay, this is going to be a massive decision in this game. Because Oxnard, I think he changes his angle a little bit. So what are they going to decide here? This is going to be a massive moment in this fixture. Green 1 is actually reaching up for the ball. Okay, he takes the man off the ball. Penalty. Number of penalties, it's going to be a yellow card against the Springboks, and that is not due to that challenge in itself, but it is due to the fact that there have been repeated infringements from the Springboks. They're going to be down to 14 men. I hope they don't take 5 men off the field, but 14 men for the next 10 minutes of this game as well, indeed. And also I say Wales because of some of the Alliance players here. That's the thing, Liam Williams coming off the bench in the later stages of this one as well. It's going to be Oxnard who will be going off. He was a fearsome character, very blunt, and perfect to take the AB's team into the white zone as well. Says Tanya, but that one is going to be a yellow card. And now Oxnard, the prop, is going to be making his way off the field for that one. If 2 rugby players were going to fall on you, would you rather them be Archie Snyman and Tendai, or just say Beast as well, because that is how he is described, and Tyke Furlong and Bundy Arki. Oh, I think I like my rib cage, so I don't really want players to fall on me. But if I had to choose 2, it's going to be fun. I think RG Snyman and Beast, I feel like they would be the ones who would have a little bit more. Oh, no, saying that, I think actually depends on who I want to meet. I feel like RG Snyman would be a cool guy to meet as well, like Crush You as well. Says Katie Dixon and 10 players off as well. And also we have got there the Box. Have been given quite a few yellows ever since their matches against the All Blacks. And also we have got there South Africa always messing up when they are not playing All Blacks. How stupid as well. Said Fantastic Charisma. That one has gone over for Dan Bigger. And now the score is going to be 12 points to Wales and 6 to South Africa. But I will mention anyone who is new, be sure to hit that subscribe button. It is hugely appreciated, all the support. And we have got a goal for the end of the night. We are trying to hit 500 subscribers. We are only 32 off at the moment. So please do help us out if you would like to support us. But now at this stage, going to be taken nicely by Aaron Wainwright, just inside of his own 22. And also Moana Pacifica signing 2 more Hawke's Bay players. It's on Danny Tuala Instagram. As well, says Max Cottle. Who have they got now, Max? Do let me know, because I know that they've already got, tell you what, one for sure, Lincoln McClutchy. What a phenomenal talent he is. Franz Stein able to keep that ball in the field of play now, trying to drive his way forward here. Franz Stein dragged down almost by Ryan Elias, still going. He is out there because of the injury of Damian Valimza, so they cannot afford to have another injury, that is for sure. That was that generation as well, says David there. And now at this stage, it looks like Herschel Yankees will be putting up the box kick at this stage. Hopefully they do update the scoreboard very soon. It is 12 points to Wales and 6 to South Africa. It has gone high, and it is going to be an awkward take, but taken beautifully by Johnny McNichol, met by Etzebeth, and Sia Khaleesi was able to put in the big hit, but the Welsh, they have got the man advantage, sure was as well, says Tanya there. Yeah, they've got the man advantage for the next 7.5 minutes or so, till the end of the first half pretty much, so that is why they really need to keep on going. And at this stage, but now it's going to be Thomas Williams puts a high once again. Francois Stein lines it up, takes it nicely there with the step as well. Going to be dragged down by Josh Adams, though. The stage now, Luta Yaga carrying the ball for Bongi Manami on his arm. And they are still trying to drive their way forward. It's an advantage there against Adam Baird. Fault coming, slowing the ball down is the call there. So that is why it is going to be going back for the penalty if they do get the chance. Andre Pollard now into the hands of Damien Delende, finding the space up the middle of the field, breaking the tackle with Tompkins. Inside ball there to Herschel Yankees, but he is going to be dragged down by Thomas Williams. Now at this stage, it's on the side of the Springboks. They have still got the penalty advantage, and it is going to be Trevor Nakanya going for come on box as well, says Jayla there. And also we have got there, hey, some unlike you as well, says it is a rugby, and also we have, I think, Wales will win because they've been bruised by the AB's loss as well. Now at this stage, Quagga Smith's got this one just inside of the 22. Oh, sorry, he is on the 40-metre line at the moment. Good run from Smith. Herschel Yankees firing the white ball, little grubber in behind to Andre Pollard, to Makazole Mapimpi. Still trying to get the ball going forward. Has he got it? No, Thomas Williams able to get that one, and now at this stage, it looks like Wales are going to be able to retain this one now. There is a huge amount of question of whether or not there was any obstruction involved in what happened there, but now Wales going to have this one only a couple meters out, I think. But yeah, the Wales losing their game up against the All Blacks. The thing is as well, they didn't have Liam Williams. They didn't have Dan Bigger. They did have Alan Wynne-Jones for a little bit, but now he is injured, so he is out of this fixture. But now they're going to be told to use it here once again, and it is going to be Thomas Williams who puts the ball high and out into the touch. And now at this stage, it is going to be the Springboks who will once again have the line-out throw. But this game is being played at a very frantic pace, ladies and gentlemen. Everyone is just going for it. Are the Springboks relying on physicality too much, or do they have more to their game as well, says Darren Smith. I think at this stage, they were always going to have a little bit of a kicking game throughout this fixture, I feel. And the fact that they were able to use this kicking game now with the rain, I think it is going to be, I think it's going to be pretty awesome to see whether or not, like the later stages of this game, Wales also go for that kicking game a little bit more prominent. But at this stage, Trevor Nakanya, he's in a lot of pain, and he might be going off the field, but at least a half century. If that doesn't wake them up, I don't know what will as well, says Will Song. And also we have the Kiwi, someone unlike to you as well. And says Rugby, that's all good. Normally people dislike because of the fact that they either don't like my face or they don't like the fact that we're not showing the game, or both. Maybe both. Can't believe the first half is almost over. Wild man as well, says Katie Jackson. Yeah, it's flying by at the moment. We are sitting 7:12 a.m. here in New Zealand. Sun's actually out. It's a nice day here in New Zealand, but we are going to be sleeping pretty much through all of the day, that is for sure. I'm ex-BBC World Service, so the call has gone out. They will reach the 183 million listeners. Will that do you, mate, as well, says Tania as well. 183 million listeners is quite a large number, to be fair. And also keep up the good work. Well done as well, says Darren. Thank you very much, mate. And we are going to be back straight after this game with another fixture in this kind of Northern Hemisphere tour. It is going to be France taking on Argentina. I'm actually very excited for that game as well, due to the fact that Argentina, we don't know what to expect. France, they've got a squad and a half at the moment, so they are going to be going out there just giving it their all and hopefully having a decent. Is the stadium route still open, Amish? I believe it still is. The rain is still falling down by the looks of it here at Principality Stadium in Wales. Get a bottle as well, says a Rugby there. Yeah, that stage I'll probably end up having a drink in between our two live streams and maybe some small snackage of some sort, maybe a biscuit. I like a biscuit, to be fair, at 11 or 7 a.m., I should say. But now Bongi Umanumbi getting the rolling ball going once again here for the mighty Boks, trying to get that number one world ranking back. And if they can score themselves a try with a one-man disadvantage, that would be very impressive indeed. Now it's going to be Andre Pollard, a little bit hesitant there, decides against the kick, now giving it off to Quagga Smith. You know, he's not kicking it, he's just running it straight into the man at number 4, Will Rowlands. Almost ripped away. It's a penalty, though, to the Springboks. And also we have got there. No doubt France will breeze through, but they won't go without some scars as well, says Will Song. Yeah, it's going to be a physical matchup between those two sides, that's for sure. And do a bottle flip as well. I had it too as well, says Rugby. And also we have got there. That's how they win against us, all by kicking it and make the game slow. And we never saw that as well, says Calvin. So yeah, at this stage it was Will Rowlands who was penalised for leaving his feet there. So due to that, I believe the Springboks more than likely will take on the 3 points here. Oh, okay. Now, Reese Kerr is making his way off the field, or Reese Carey, sorry, I believe is the pronunciation from the commentator. He's got a yellow card too. So 14 versus 14 at this stage. My brain is scrambled with that kind of entry of the side of the ruck is what they said it was. So now because of it, 14 versus 14, and now the Springboks, I feel, are in a very good place to be able to get something going. They're going for the rolling ball once again. It is going to be the double blow of the whistle, though. At this stage, they are just showing the replay that was anyway, but now 5 meters out, it is going to be once again the rolling ball. Work for Johnny Wilkinson, and it works for the Boks as well, says a Wolf Song. 8 penalties against South Africa. That's going to be taken nicely by Lou Diaga. Once again, it's going to be another advantage, I would think, for going just a little bit too early. And now at this stage, no, it's not an advantage. They did go at the right time. They are saying it is available at the back. Herschel Yankees now looking like he's going to the first receiver. Damien Dialende trying to break his way through the tackle, but very nicely done by the Welsh defence. Bongion Banambi steaming forward. So both teams missing their number ones at this stage. So a scrum's going to be an interesting factor. It's taken nicely there by Dane Basham on the outside. Did it go back with Johnny McNichol now with the little grubber there as well. And Jesse Krill going to be getting that one. That does set up on the halfway line. It's going back for the penalty though. And it's going to be a high tackle against South Africa. Both as well. Says it Wolfsong there. Italy will beat every team like South Africa as well. Says Rugby there. I talked about discipline remains just a pleasant memory, I suppose, as well. And also, will the second half be dominated by the forwards or the backs? I think in the second half, the backs are really going to have to stand up because the forwards, we're seeing plenty of physicality between all these guys at the moment, but it's whether or not you can get that fast pace out the back line, little kicks in behind, maybe a chip from someone. The likes of a Andre Pollard, give it out to Makazole Mapimpi with the chip. See how it goes. But Alice Jenkins doing it very nicely there, but he is at the stage. He's got plenty of white on his head. I think he's been he's been headbutting a line. The high tackle, it does mean that Dan Bigger is going to have this kick. He's also got some paint on the side of his face. Everyone's eating the touchline at the moment. Both, as I said, Wolfsong, and also we have got there in the second. Also there. Sorry, there you go. There you go, Hamish, as well. The Welsh left the roof open to drench the box because the South African only know good weather as well. And I'm sending my chocolate cake with coconut cream over to you as well, Sestania. That sounds very nice indeed. Do love myself some chocolate cake. Definitely at this hour of the morning. I feel like after this live stream, I'm eating biscuits. And then after the next live stream, I'll probably end up just eating a whole heap of sugar, even though it's not good for you, but feel like it's a sugar eating moment, perhaps, after a massive night of rugby. And now at this stage, Ryan Elias goes to the front into the hands now of Ellis, and they're using their backline once again here. Wales, good short, snappy passes so far that they have been using throughout this one. Thomas Williams now had his hands on the ball, goes back to Bigger, puts up the pie one. I almost said the pie one, but now at this stage, Francois Steyn taking it nicely offload to Jesse Krill. Now he's got some space up the middle. Good deck on him, though. Low from it was Thomas Francis. Was able to make it. Herschel Yankees now going back, and it looks like at this stage, Quagga Smith just trying to hold Johnny McNichol. Still a lot of space opening up here. Damien Delende puts the kick in behind, looking for the 50-22, but it's curving back infield. 22 metres out. Josh Adams takes it, and he kicks this one for touch. Damn, Bigger almost charged that one down, but brilliant kick there from Josh Adams. And because of it, it does now mean that it will be 45 metres out from the Springboks line. And they will be able to say, who's your favourite team as well? And really impressed by your commentary, says Darren. Thank you very much. I hugely appreciate it. All of the support you guys have been showing on these live streams. We do have the Kiwi Lads channel as well. If you guys do want to check that out. And Damon has said, hi, Kiwi, as well. Welcome in to the live stream, mate. Do let me know if you have been watching all the rugby games that we have had so far over the night. And what one was your favourite at this stage? I think I'll need some sleeping pills after these fixtures as well, says Wolfsong. Yeah, I will be wide awake. At the moment, my eyes, like, I know that, isn't it, if you've got, like, dilated pupils, what does that mean? Other than the fact that I know that it can mean that you've done drugs, but I haven't done drugs, so that's a good thing. Don't do drugs, kids. We have also got there. They say it's 12-6. Why is yours 9-6 as well? Hopefully it does update flash score. Okay, there we go. They are a little bit wonky today by the looks of it. Also, we have got there in the chat as well. At least I know it's now an even playing field as well, says Tania. Yeah, both teams playing with 14. And Wales will actually have 14 men for the next little while. Adam Baird trying to get straight in there, but it is still going to be available here for the Springboks. And I believe it was Lou Diaga really hitting the spine of Quagga Smith at an awkward angle. Hamish is a pro 10 out of 10 Sky Sports. I will try to headhunt him from us and replace Jeff with him as well. Says Katie Dixon. Also, we have got there, you need to eat, Hamish, and I need to eat less, drink less as well. And also, we have got there, it's an overactive brain pattern as well. Says Wolf Simon. Now, at this stage, it's going to be the penalty to the Springboks. Only 4 seconds left of this first half. Etzebeth trying to decide what they are going to do, and I believe more than likely they might consider. Okay, what are they going to be checking here? I think it's going TMO possibly. They're taking on the shot, so it is going to be going to halftime with only a 3-point advantage to Wales if the Springboks can get this one. And also we have got there, Hamish would also make an excellent horse racing commentator in an auction here, says Dani. I feel like I hear that pretty much every live stream. And I can understand why, because of the fact that I do end up talking at a frantic pace throughout these live streams, that is sure. But like they are saying, Lewis Rees-Zammit penalised there, leaving the fee. And also we have got there in the chat as well, we have got, hi, Hamish, I hope your uncle enjoyed the box versus AB's match, says Dr. Jack. He actually loved it. Even though the All Blacks lost that one, he absolutely loved the atmosphere. And at the end of the day, it seems like it would be in that situation of maybe the last time we get full crowds for a little while, depending on where it is as well. But at this stage, we will get some halftime stats up for you lovely ladies and gentlemen as well. No sleep would probably be like drugs after a few days without it as well. And also, we have got there, get married, Hamish. You have more than dilated eyes, mate, as well, says David. David there. Andre Pollard strikes it well, and that one has gone over. So now at halftime, the score is going to be 9 points to the Springboks and 12 to Wales. And this one, my friends drink wine as well, and no thanks. But I hope the Springboks bring a win. What do you say, Kiwis? What do you say, you Kiwis? A Wales man from a South African? Don't worry, I know you, New Zealand, but who you respect more as well, says Damon Drake. I mean, the rivalry between the Springboks and the All Blacks is just one that will never really be topped in international rugby. So it's one of those ones that I absolutely love watching those two sides play. Wales as well. Love seeing them play. Six Nations, they flourished last year, and hopefully they can continue that as well at and 590 as well for the cupboard. Can I get a 600, 600, 600, and a 16 to the young lady down front as well, says Will Soggett. Also was Uncle Brother in one of your streams as well, or one of the streams, says Katie Dixon. He did end up coming on for the post or the pre-match chat about the All Blacks versus Springboks game, where he did say that the All Blacks would win it, which unfortunately he was very wrong in that regard. That is for sure. But I will mention anyone who is new to the channel, be sure to leave a like. Also subscribe. We have got there the Kiwi Cat in the chat. Now, we normally have the channel emojis on the main channel, but what we can do, we can put a little Billy up in the corner there. That is my cat, ladies and gentlemen. He is blind in his right eye, but he loves a bit of rugby as well. Sorry, I had to as a sensible song. No worries, mate. As well, and we have got there. Will the Springboks be worried going into halftime, going in behind? I don't think so. I think the Springboks are one of those sides that, like, this scoreline doesn't really phase them, I wouldn't think. 3 points is nothing for the Springboks. Like, they can score a quick try, they can get a couple penalties, and then they will be going into the second half in a better position. But Flash score, once again, just a little bit behind. And also, yay, Billy as well, says Katie Dixon there at this stage. They're actually showing the Six Nations highlights from last year as well. But hopefully that scoreboard does update itself, because it is 12 points to Wales, 9 to the Springboks. All of the other fixtures that did take place tonight, we have at the All Blacks. They were able to beat Italy not as comfortably as a lot of people thought that they would, though. And then also the other fixtures that we have got ourselves, it is going to be, we had the Irish. They were able to win over Japan very convincingly, as I'm not convinced Wales should have been Six Nation champions. A few red cards helped as well, says Steve Smith. Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how it goes this year, I should say, as well. Yeah, it's got there Russ in the chat as well. It said something. I'm not too sure what it says, though. But shout out to you, Russ, for tuning in to this live stream. We have also got there having lasagna now. See you in 15 as well, says Darren Smith. Enjoy your lasagna, mate. And hopefully you do enjoy it as well. But they are showing England versus Italy as the highlights that they are showing for the Six Nations a little while ago. But while we are talking about the Six Nations, ladies and gentlemen, we've got some information and some stats that I will be able to show you guys. I'm not sure why I decided to go so high in my voice for that part, but at this stage, the upcoming fixtures is something that I love looking at, but also past fixtures that we have seen for these sides. So looking through at Wales for this one, they were able to win themselves the Six Nations. They were able to win that game up against Ireland as their first one. Scotland, they were able to beat by 1 point, able to beat England and Italy, and then France in the end, they were able to get the upset win at the end of the competition to be able to get themselves just a little bit closer in terms of that table. Because also for another table that I have got the Six Nations standings, where Wales were able to get themselves 4 wins out of the 5 games, and they were able to finish with 20 points in the end in the Six Nations. So, I mean, a very decent effort from them, but their upcoming fixtures, they have still got 2 more tough games. They have got the game up against Fiji in 9 days' time, this says, but it is actually going to be pretty much a week from now, or maybe, sorry, a week and 1 day for this one. And then Wales versus Australia is going to be the final fixture of their Northern Hemisphere tour. But South Africa, they have got Scotland, and then the Rugby World Cup final rematch, England taking on South Africa. That's going to be an absolutely phenomenal game, and hope you guys are excited for that one, because we are going to be covering it on the channel as well. We have got there in the chat the cat emojis from Steve Smith, and also we have got there, here's hoping next year's Six Nation goes well for England. We had 2 rubbish years recently as well, and does the score reflect how South Africa have been playing? I'd say overall at this stage, probably in some regards, yes. The penalties against both of these sides have been way too high so far throughout this, and we have got there, Box will tear England apart on the 20th, no doubt, as well, says Russ there. And yeah, that's going to be a very exciting game to see. But so far in this game, 65% possession for Wales in the early stages is what my stats are saying. But it is also saying, okay, those stats are certainly wrong, because it says only 2 penalties against the Springboks. But really, in the Springboks game so far, we've seen probably about 8 or 9 penalties against them. Whereas the other ones or Wales, as they are called, they were able to give away about 7. Both sides having a yellow card as well in this one. And you're watching France versus Argies. I am indeed, mate. We are going to be covering it on the channel as well. We have got there. Where is Harry Potter today? The Springboks need some magic. Says it, Francois. Yeah, I feel like at this stage, they just need one try. One try for either side will break this game open for everyone. We haven't had a try yet, but it's coming. I know that it's coming, and it could be Malcolm Marx. That's a name. Remember it, because he is going to score in this fixture, perhaps. Do you think Ireland will beat New Zealand next weekend? I think, to be honest, if New Zealand play the way that they did against Italy against Ireland, Ireland could give them a bit of a hiding, perhaps, due to the fact that Ireland were able to beat a strong Japanese side 60 points to 5, whereas New Zealand struggled to get those points up against Italy. It was only in the later stages that they were able to run away with it. So I'm not 100% confident that New Zealand beat Ireland next week. But yeah, we will have to wait and see how it goes. I agree. I've always been a supporter of Scotland for many years as well, and Ireland by 10 points as well, says Russ there for the prediction. But yeah, I think at this stage, the way that the All Blacks played, they will have to be very careful, although they will have a few changes in their starting lineup. I believe Ireland play probably one of their strongest lineups. I want to say Zammit to score first as well, says Dwayne. Very good shout. Reece Zammit, extremely talented player. Different Reece. Kia, I believe it is. Or actually, they said Curry, I think. That's a pronunciation if I'm not wrong. But it is going to be in that situation of he's going to be off the field for the next few minutes. Also, Oxnechet will be returning for the Springboks in this fixture as well. But we will have to wait and see exactly how it is going to be going. They're just showing the Italy versus it was England game. And I remember that Johnny May try. It caused a lot of kind of questions in terms of whether or not him jumping over the Italian player was considered dangerous or not. Hooker's not as well. Malcolm Marx shout. Very decent as well, says Sebastian. Yeah, I think he should be able to get himself a try. He's just one of those late super subs that every side really wants. You know, he's one of those guys that will just keep on giving it the 110%. Because something else, people don't always think about Malcolm Marx for anything other than a rolling maul, but his breakdown work for getting turnovers is phenomenal. Box to beat England by 20 plus, as well, says Russ there. And also we've got there. Wasn't that one of Johnny Sexton's last games as well? Says it Wolf Song there. And also, hey, howdy, hey, brother, how you do? And also in there, but I believe Johnny Sexton, he still seems to be going about a little bit, although the coach doesn't seem to be as keen on him anymore. Wales are on the top, or on top versus Springboks in recent times. They are the side for the Boks, while I think Ireland are probably the side for the All Blacks as well. We'll have more problems with than anyone else in the Northern Hemisphere series as well, says Stuart Lee. Yeah, that is a fair point. I mean, at the end of the day, Chicago, Ireland were able to beat the All Blacks, and also France, I feel, are a little bit of a dark horse in regards of their skill level to be able to maybe push the All Blacks in that game as well, depending on the lineup that they decide to go with. But at the moment, South Africa is still the favourites to win this game, but it is still very close between these two sides as well. We have got there. I heard somewhere he was thinking of retiring as well, says Will Song. And also we have got there, South Africa will win this game. And also the next one against England, says George. What is your prediction for the game up against Scotland, George? Do let me know, because that is the game that is going to be taking place next week, which hopefully is going to be a very good one indeed. But I am just looking through at everyone at the moment for the Springboks, whether or not they decide to make a sub now. Because I know that in that second game up against the All Blacks, they made their subs extremely early, and it worked for them because of the fact that they did decide to change them pretty much at halftime, I think it was, if I'm not wrong. And hello, says another boy as well. Welcome into the live stream, mate. Thank you very much for tuning in. If you are new to the channel, guys, be sure to hit that subscribe button, as we are going to be back with more international rugby very, very soon, including France versus Argentina as the final live stream of today. And then we have got another live stream that is going to be taking place tomorrow night, and that is Scotland taking on the Wallabies. But during these live streams, we always will keep you informed of the other fixtures that have been happening around the world for the world of rugby as well. Morning, mate. Hope you're well. Says Sebastian there for Smithy Toilet as well. Cheers, Cuzzy. I'm doing good. Hopefully you did have a good sleep, mate. And at this stage, I'll be honest, the hunger bites are starting to bite. Is that the saying? No, it's not. The stomach biting. No, what is the saying? The bed bugs. It's not the bed bugs, though, because I'm not going to sleep anytime soon. This is a close game as well, says Nether. It is indeed. We are at halftime at the moment. 40 minutes to go in this fixture between these two sides. Two talented sides, I will add as well. Hopefully it is going to be a very good match. Johnny Sexton come to the MLR and play for San Diego as well in the chat from Katie Dixon. Definitely very good kicker. So it could be an option there. And I think many people want him to retire because they think he's some dusty mummy who needs to make room for the young talented players. He wants a Tom Brady career, and I support him as well. And do the Southern Hemisphere sides think that the autumn internationals are easier, says Darren Smith. It's a tough one. I feel like it's a different kind of challenge in a way, like, because I guess the All Blacks playing the Springboks type thing is, in a way, a bit different to the Springboks playing England because of the fact that it's a whole different kind of tactics and everything like that. And I think that's what makes this Northern Hemisphere tour with so many games back-to-back so exciting, because of the fact that with the Rugby Championship, a lot of those games, the likes of New Zealand versus Australia, it's just out-and-out attacking rugby, whereas this one, they've got to think a little bit more, which is something that the Northern Hemisphere sides do very well. So that's why I think it's absolutely awesome that we do get to see so many matches with all these sides, like Wales straight away. Fair play to them off the bat, whether they win or lose this game. This is just in general for their tour. They have built up an extremely hard tour for themselves. They had the All Blacks. They had now Springboks. Next game, Fiji. Next game after that is going to be up against Australia as well. So they've gone with some very, very tough fixtures. Their first game, trying to remember who they played. Have they played a game of the Northern Hemisphere tour? We're going to click here. What's these results that we have got ourselves? They didn't actually have a game other than those two up against Argentina during the British and Irish Lions tour in July. So they've gone with a very tough kind of tour, but they are doing the old thing of, if you want to be the best, you've got to verse those hard sides, and it is good preparation for that World Cup in 2023 as well. We have got there Jamie George, Sexton and Furlong to the Legion as well. Sebastian there, and OMG, that excites me a little too much. And g'day, mate, as well from Netherboy. Welcome in to the live stream, mate. Hope you are going well. And do let me know, ladies and gentlemen, we have asked it before, but I'm going to ask it again. Who is going to score the first try of the second half? The exact player. Who are we going with? Do let me know. All these teams play good rugby to ensure a win as well against anyone will depend on getting the right combinations of team players as well, says George. We did see it for the All Blacks, that they did not find the right combo for their fixture today. They were trying their best to try and, I guess, give a lot of players a rest, but they still possibly needed a couple other players in there as well to really bind it all together, which they were slightly lacking. But it's going to be very exciting to see how it goes for the next week's game up against, it's a tough one. They have got Ireland, who are just a solid unit of individual. All Blacks versus Italy was quite good, but we did not smash them as well, says Netherboy. And that's the thing. I actually really enjoyed watching Italy play in that game, which I guess is one of those ones, probably not a popular opinion due to the fact that I am from New Zealand, but Italy showed me something in that game that I'm hoping they can continue into the Six Nations. Because if they can, I can say confidently, not really confidently, but I would say if they play like they did up against the All Blacks in the breakdown, as physical as they were, they can win a game of the Six Nations, which I know doesn't sound like a lot, but they are the side that everyone says, oh, should they be in the Six Nations? Should they be replaced by the Springboks, even though that has been kind of taken out of the equation? But they are the side that I feel like are pretty much, I guess, the underdogs, the ultimate underdogs. But if they can play well, they could do decently as well. And welcome, friend, as well, into the chat from Katie Dixon. Also, we have got the hello as well. Same, I live in New Zealand from Netherboy. And also, I support Scotland. Very fine team who have made some, or have had some tough breaks. My nightmare match would be Scotland versus the ABs. I'd have to split the kit as well. Scotland bring out the Tartan Army, always spectacular as well, says Tanya there. And also, we have got there, don't let the bedbug fight as well, says Tanya. And also, Damien Dialende to score the first try. And also, we have got there Lucanio Arm, Makazoli Mapimpi, the whole South African backline is going to mention, hey, Amish, please inform us the next time you do the Harry Potter thing again, because I want to turn my water into bourbon with your wand as well, says David. Although, unfortunately, my wand, it's a bit broken. Unfortunately, I ended up snapping the head off. This could be taken out of context, but my magical wand, no, my Harry Potter wand in my hand, I'm just going to put it back down, but pretty much it's broken, sadly. And also we have there, what do you think? What do you think about the Welsh Ruby team as well? Says it KSIO Army. I assume that is the female side, if I'm not wrong there. And I guess it is one of those ones that if they do end up getting to play a little bit more, because I know that a lot of them still have jobs outside of their career, because even the Seven side who went to the Olympics, they are all still working kind of on the side of it as well. So it is a little bit, unfortunately, Sam, I said you're talking bollocks as well. Yeah, I ended up digging a hole for myself there, not using my wand, of course, using a shovel, I guess. And also we've got there new coaching setup. Defo made Italy better. Hope they improve next year, either out over individual brilliance as well, or each cancelling each other out over individual brilliance as well, says Darren Smith. And also we have got there, watching this game makes me miss Colby's presence, that magic as well, says Wayland. Yeah, Cheslin Colby, what a player he is. And South Africa, they are missing him. They're also missing Faf de Klerk, which I feel like after the Rugby Championship, people are kind of in that situation of 50-50 on de Klerk. But Cobus Reinach, look out for him in the second half because he's going to be one to watch out for as well. And also we have got the enthusiasm. Couldn't be avoided as well, says Sebastian there. And also we have got the Cheers brother, just not convinced Wales should have beaten Scotland in the second half if it wasn't for the red card as well. Just feel France and Scotland were two more worthy Six Nation champions. Tell you what, Scotland had a phenomenal Six Nations, and I absolutely love seeing them. Just looking around, I still see Bongi Umanambi out there, so Malcolm Mark's not making his way out onto the field just yet. Kim for the Springboks, sorry, can't spell as well, says it was Joshua there, but that one is now going to be the penalty straight away for Wales inside of the 22. Oxnashade coming in from the side. We have got there Hamish. Can we get a pull started as well? Who will probably end up in the MLR as well, says Katie Dixon. I feel like that would be quite a fun one. I know that at this stage, East Coast are playing very well with Ma'anonu, who has been injected into their side. Also, Jose Gear is another man who did play for them a little bit ouch as well, says Ray there in the chat. And also, I mean, what do you think about Wales rugby team? I think they're a solid unit. And it's one of those ones that if they can keep on playing some good rugby, like the Six Nations, it's gonna be tightly contested. I feel like at this stage there are about 4 teams that can win that Six Nations, maybe even 5, to be honest. The way that it will be going, but that's going to be taken nicely by Adam Baird there for the line out on the halfway line, going back now. Bigger puts up the big high ball there. Who wants to take it? It's going to be beautifully taken by Francois Stein, and now throwing it back though, and it's going to be a loose ball. Deliaga able to jump on it though, and at this stage now the Springboks have got this one 30 meters out from their line as well. Would you, as a Kiwi, prefer South Africa to stay in the Rugby Championship or move to the Six Nations as well? Says Arifa Marks. I'd love to have them in the Rugby Championship. Like, at the end of the day, like, some of the best matches, I mean, that game between the All Blacks and the Springboks, if not the best game of this year, maybe even the last few years, was that game between South Africa and the All Blacks. The one where South Africa were able to get the win, where it just went backwards and forwards throughout that whole one. I don't want to miss out on that awesome rivalry. But if they did want to go to the Six Nations, I would still support them in that decision as well and watch their rugby up there. So glad Ma'anonu is back. Ma'anonu is back in San Diego as well. And also we have got there. Ireland will definitely need more set plays if they hope to keep it interesting against the All Blacks as well, says Wolsong. And also, yeah, hopefully Italy keeps improving as well, says Assassin. And just tape your wand up like Ron Weasley, says that David there as well. And Ireland will surely give the ABs a run for their money. I think they can. And what we saw from Japan in that game, I feel like it was just they couldn't get into the game because Ireland just kept on using their backline and kept on going. The likes of, I know that James Lowe is a player that some people aren't too keen on seeing out in the start, I believe. But at this stage, it is going to be Ryan Ellis. Or sorry, it is actually not Ryan. What's his first name? I can't think of it, but it does start with an R. He'll turn himself into a bit as well, says Wolsong. But yeah, Ellis off the field now. And also Wyn Jones making his way out there. That is replacing Keogh, who did get a yellow card in the earlier stages. Oh, well, hopefully next Six Nations, mate, as well, says Steve Smith. And also we have got there back again, had a little nap as well, says Johnny. So you'll be well and truly awake for the second half. Massive push there from the Springboks. And now at this stage, it is going to be the scrum advantage going short side here. Herschel Yankees shut down by his opposite number, Thomas Williams, and that is going to be in touch. So they are going back for the penalty box. Sleep James as well, says Johnny Douglas. Although it seems like they've come into the second half, they've got the man advantage, and they seem like they've got an extra spring in their step at the moment for the early stages of the second half. So perhaps they will be able to slowly wear down the Welsh side. But the Welsh side, they have got Liam Williams off the bench as well as one to look out for. But then Cobus Reinach, I feel, could cut the game open for the Springboks. So Andre Pollard there deciding to kick for the corner. There's a decent kick as well. And now at this stage, it will be 20 meters out here, and they will get a decent chance. Which is your favorite Black Cats jersey version? The blue and the teal, or sorry, the teal, blue and black, and also light brown and black as well, or the All Blacks jersey. I'll be honest, I like the All Blacks jersey for the simplicity, but then I also quite like the teal and the black of the Black Cats kit. At the same time, the rain is making the box sleepy as well, says it was Wolfsong. And also we have got there also Augsburger and Matthias as well. Those lads have earned their spots. What is this one called? Oh, I thought for a second that the referee had blown his whistle, but now it's going to be the rolling maul once again here for the Springboks. It's gone down, and it's going to be available for them to use. Around the side there, Bongi Umanami, it's been popped back to Oxnashade now, and they have still got this one for the Springboks, but they are under a huge amount of pressure at the moment now. Going to be Alton Yankees, Herschel Yankees once again firing it back to Trevor Nakanye, and sounds like a mundane, boring game as well, says Stefan. We haven't had a try yet, but One is certainly coming soon. I have that feeling, but now at this stage it's going to be the kick high from Andre Pollard trying to set it up nicely. Josh Adams taking it though. And now at this stage, they didn't actually have the advantage. So Wales are going to have this ball now in the breakdown. A little bit of a counter ruck from the box, but it is going to be still on the side of Wales. Jonathan Davis, we haven't really seen too much from him. Cobus Reinach will score a try as well, says Johan. I feel like that is a very good shout indeed because of the fact he's a talented player. Cobus Reinach, go Bok as well, says Luxurious. And also we have there, which team in the Northern Hemisphere do New Zealand think are the most difficult, says Darren Smith. I feel like if I, so I'm going to, that's actually a big run there from France. That's a tough question to answer because I should say, due to the semi-final of the World Cup, I should say England. But I think Ireland are one of those sides that we can never quite get a handle on. Like, yes, we've beaten them quite a few times, but by no means do we find it easy at all. Lukanu will be the first try scorer. I'm calling it as well, says Joshua. And also we have got there Martin Nonu as my all-time favourite player as well, says Dania there. And also, guys, keep an eye on France over the next few weeks as well, says Assassin. Yes, certainly going to be a team to watch, that is for sure. Under no circumstances should South Africa play in the Six Nations absolute folly as well, says David over there. And also we have got the Yawn, says go on, have some as well. And enjoy your name. It's a nice one indeed. Go on, have some tries is what we want in this game, that is for sure. But at this stage now, it is going to be Vincent Koch, Stephen Kitsoff, and also they have decided that it is time to bring out Vincent Koch, who is a dangerous player. So all of the front row going out onto the field now for the Springboks, replacing them. And Oxnashea will be a little bit fresher than the other two due to the fact that he did spend 10 minutes on the sideline. But this stage now, Malcolm Marx, he is what I consider a super sub because of the fact that no matter what, that man's going to give you 110% and see whether or not he can get himself a possible try. We have got there. He'll be at San Diego Legion 2022. Let's tune in and watch together. Let's bug Hamish to do an ML live stream as well, says Katie Dixon. And the Box will run, or will win, if they stop kicking and start running, says George. And also Box would make the Six Nations more boring than it already is as well, says go on, have some. And I guess the big question here for go on, have some. Out of the two games coming up, I feel like I know the answer, but I'm going to ask it anyway. Scotland versus South Africa, England versus South Africa. Which game are you more excited for? I'll give you a hint. It's probably this one because it is going to be a very exciting one. But do let me know whether it is Scotland or Springboks. I'm actually looking forward to Scotland and Springboks as well. And that is going to be 7 days' time. We are covering it on the channel. So be sure to hit that subscribe button, ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't already. In the May 5, I said he's my fave too for Martin Nonu. In fact, says Joshua there. And Bok, you can win and can and will win this as well from Johan there, supporting the boys at this stage to score a try in this game. Who will do it? That is the massive question we have got ourselves at this stage. Malcolm Marx, he's a big man in the front row, and the Springboks are going to turn things around. Watch as well, says Azeel, and also one San Diego Legion streamer as well. I feel like the MLR is certainly coming. All Blacks jersey, it's very sleek, and loads of clubs are now copying that, including English football clubs. And also we have got there. I'd love to see Japan join the Six Nations. They'll be a force recently, and their time with the Northern Hemisphere will give them good experience against good scrum runners as well, says Will Scong. Yeah, I know that also people want to see them join the Bunnings NBC, or not the Bunnings NBC, sorry, the Rugby Championship, although that idea has been shut down, I think, for the next couple of years, unfortunately. And oh, please, from Katie Dixon, good run here from France Stain going up the middle, not able to find the offload, but he is still going France Stain, the battering ram in the number 23 jersey. Andre Pollard, little grubber of mine, going to be sitting up for Lukanu. Chipped him mind here. Damien Delinde tries to take it. Lukanu only 5 meters out, and they have not been able to find their way over the try line yet. Malcolm Marx gets it off the bounce, gives it off to Vincent Koch now. And the Springboks sitting only 10 meters out now. Herschel Yankees now. It's going to be Pollard. Sells the dummy, goes himself there with the pick and go. Herschel Yankees looking to the short side. Damien Delinde going to be dragged down there in a good tackle. But the Springboks, you can hear the crowd getting behind them now. I'm looking at Malcolm Marx at first receiver now. No, instead it is going to be in the hands of Dwayne Vermeulen. Getting close to the line once again now. Herschel Yankees, if they can get the back line going here. Andre Pollard sells the dummy straight on the ball, though. It was almost the number one for the Springboks. Vincent Koch now going to be receiving this one. Good carry from the big man. Couple meters short now. Looking for the ball. And it looks like it is going to be Malcolm Marx now. Trying to bulldoze his way forward. Good carry from him once again. 5 meters out here for them as well. They haven't given away an advantage in a long time here, Wales. And they need to make sure that they keep on doing that, or else they will get themselves in a little bit of trouble, but the Springboks in the ideal position to be able to drive over. Stephen Kitsoff now. Not able to get through. It's going to be Pollard. Quick hands there to Franstein, slipping over. Big moment there, and he is going to be wrestled to the ground now. 14 phases back to back here for the Boks. Damien Dialende once again with the carry. Stolen by Wales, and they are kicking that one down the middle of the field now, just clearing it as far as they can. Taken nicely by Jesse Krill, though. So this game, it's a little bit of a fumble there from Jesse. He's still got this one running it sideways now. McNichol just enough on the ankle, and now it's going to be England. Wales is the team. And they've been able to get in most games involving the Boks. Become a penalty fest as well. Says go on and has this game becoming a penalty fest as well. Says Steve Smith, and could be a try here, says Assassin. It looked like they were in the perfect position to be able to go over. Richard has said hi all. Hello from Ireland as well. Welcome in, mate. I'm sure that you are very happy with the performance up against Japan. And you will be looking forward to that game next week, more than likely up against the All Blacks, I would think, because that one is going to be an absolutely awesome fixture. Listen to that crowd. Beautiful, isn't it? When you just hear it in your ears, it's absolutely awesome. Principality Stadium fired up at the moment, but now Dan Biggar going to be taking on the kicks. And now Cobus Reinach, how far away is the young number 9? Somehow they were able to get it back. I believe it was Aaron Wainwright who was able to get his hands on the ball, but Franz Stein just setting it up, driving forward. Jonathan Davis, he's had a relatively quiet game so far. Hey, Richard as well. Antonia spot on. Box always inconsistent as well. South Africa can be inconsistent, which makes any result difficult to predict as well, says Tania. And yeah, at this stage, they have continued to try and fight in this one. A lot of penalties against both sides. So yeah, it's going to be an epic game against New Zealand next Saturday, as well, says Richard. And the thing is, as well, the game straight after that, England versus Australia. My mind is blown with that. That is for sure. And England lacking a sleep is kicking in. As I said, Steve Smith, yeah, I have no idea what the France versus Argentina one is going to be like with my commentary, but we'll still do it. It is going to be kicked over by Wales, and now Dan Biggar making it 15 points to Wales and 9 to South Africa. Both teams have 15 men back out on the field as well. Hello, Richard. Hope you're well. As I says, Katie Dixon, there's so many great games, says Assassin. And then the week after, we have got Wales versus Australia, South Africa versus England, and then New Zealand versus France, which is just, that round is even bigger. In terms of Dan Biggar, he just kicked the ball over the post. Once again there, because he's had to do something quickly as well, says Smithy Toilet. So at this stage, still yet to see a try in this fixture so far. It's a big hit there from Stephen Kitsoff. And now at this stage, the Springboks, if Wales get one more, the Springboks will have to start going for the corner. Champagne Lord has got the dollar signs there as well. I assume more than likely he has put money on maybe Wales in that situation. Also, does Dan Biggar have that Channing Tatum effect on him as well? Says Smithy Toledo, and also Wales looking to dethrone the Boks and gutted. The Aussies won't have access to Quay Cooper and Samu Karevi, though, says Johnny Blaze. Yeah, it is a shame that they haven't got them. Also, no Sean McMahon now. Unfortunately, the commentary is going to get wild. Extra entertainment as well, says Steve Smith. Now at this stage, the Springboks once again going for the kicking game. Herschel Yankees going to hide, take it nicely. And Thomas Williams takes the mark inside of the 22. Up the Wales as well, says Champagne. Yeehaw in the chat as well. Hi all from Richard, and you're on, says Tania there. And has physicality in rugby left our game down to position and kicking as well, says Darren Smith. I guess it's a good question due to the fact that, like, at the end of the day, you've also got the 50-22 rule has changed up the game a little bit as well recently, due to the fact that's a brilliant kick there, and France stay now inside of his own 22. It's going to be kicking that one back down to the 22, taken nicely by Johnny McNichol now, looking for the counter kick here, trying to get a little bit of an awkward curl on it, taken by Andre Pollard, taken back though, inside of the 22, and now he has kicked that one downfield. It's close to the touchline, doesn't find it though. Very good kick from Pollard. Josh Adams passes it back across field. Dan Biggar now going for the chip and chase, trying to line it up as well, and he might be able to line it up, taken nicely by Damien Dialende though. And this game, the pace that this one is being played at, how many points do Boks have to win in order to retain number 1 spot, says go on, have some. I believe that they would need to win this game by maybe about 15 or so, or maybe a little bit less perhaps for that one, but we will be able to work it out pretty much straight afterwards. But I believe it is somewhere around that mark. Stop kicking position away, Boks as well, says Stefan. And also hello from Cape Town, South Africa, says Anthony. Welcome into the live stream, mate. It is great to have you here for this live stream. A nice evening game in South Africa. It's going back for the penalty to South Africa now. Can't wait to watch England versus Australia. My cousins are Aussie. That'll be fun. A fun family meeting at the pub watching that game as well. And thanks does not. Kate as well says, go on, have someone also we have got there in the chat a little bit earlier on. Come on, Wales from Auckland, says Champagne Lord. And how many points do Boks need for that one? And Malcolm Marks to score the first try. Trust GG as well, says Joshua. I feel like that is a decent shout. Definitely if they go for the corner here, because Malcolm Marks, he loves a rolling maul, doesn't he? Absolutely loves one, and he might be able to get himself into a decent position. Jasret Brumrah versus Pat Cummins versus Rabada versus Tim Southey versus Shaheen Afridi, which is the best test bowler at present as well. Or I'd say it's either probably Cummins or Bumrah, because of the fact that they are just very, very good indeed. Antarctica as well. Nice one in the chat from it was go on, have someone also OMG get up Wales as well. Says great to Sacred Cow, and also come on Bok from Johan, and come on Boks beat and wound the Wales. So Fiji can do the damage when they meet next week as well, says Seru. And of course, they were able to get themselves the win. They were able to get themselves the win in that last one. Franz Stein is taking on the kick here from far out. Yeah, and Johnny Blazers, says Champagne Lord. And also, hello, welcome to all our viewers from Antarctica there as well. But something else, what time do South Africa start to panic? I don't know whether or not they will have that panic in them for this fixture. I feel like at this stage, 54 meters out for Franz Stein, they have decided rather than kicking for the corner, they are going to be going for the 3 points in this one. But I did say something a little bit earlier on, didn't I, for the chat, that I didn't, for the fact that Fiji were able to get themselves that win over. In the end, they were able to beat Spain decently as well. And we have got Steve Smith with the emojis. Tell you what, we're going to put them up on the screen as well. And well, Wales as well, says Lau. It's a good strike from Franz Stein. Franz Stein, sorry, that's gone straight over. So now at this stage, 12 points to the Springboks and 15 to Wales. Antarctica Penguins joining the Rugby Championship in 2022 seasons as well, says Sebastian. And also, we have got the I love when Ireland play New Zealand. There is just something special about that, says Assassin. I 100% agree, mate. It's an absolutely awesome fixture when we do get to see it, and we do get to see it next week as well. We have got there South Africa beat New Zealand in their previous match as well, and New Zealand comfortably beat Wales. South Africa are lacking in consistency, in my opinion. Wales too as well. And also, OMG, this classic kick and pray for mistake style of game again, and also known, says a Wolf song, and also without a doubt, and the game has been modified recently for that reason, sadly, as well, says David. And AB's always been slowing down the Boks as well, or always been slowed down by Boks, and that is a Boks in the nutshell. Completely inconsistency, and come on, Wales, don't bottle it now. At this stage, it is going to be South Africa once again putting up the Boks kick. McNichol jumps, takes it beautifully. Or was it Dan Bigger? Yes, it was. He's been able to take it. They have got Anscombe off the bench, and the big question is whether or not they decide to use him in the sooner rather than later. I feel like they've got to leave it as late as possible. Dan Bigger needs to play pretty much this whole one. Franz Stein as well. Always trust Franz Stein in the kicks. That's going to be a knock-on from Wales. And now at this stage, double knock-on was Tane Basham putting it down, and it is going to be now the scrum feed for South Africa. Is this the stage that is going to slightly change the momentum of this fixture? Tane Basham just not quite able to hang on to that one, unfortunately, for him. But I will mention anyone who is new to the channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button. We are trying to hit 500 subscribers by the end of not just this live stream, but the France versus Argentina live stream that we are doing straight after this one. So if you haven't already, please do hit that subscribe button. It is usually appreciated. Every single one of you for being here on this live stream. We have got the Kiwi Lads main channel as well, if you guys do want to check that one out. Also, Kiwi Lads Gaming as the pinned comment. And then we have also got ourselves the Rugby Down Under podcast, where we talk all things international rugby, including these games that are taking place. That is on Spotify, Google Podcasts, anywhere that you got a podcast, it is there as well. But Kobus Reinach made his way out onto the field now. We said that maybe he'd be able to score a try. Is he going to be able to get one? And at this stage, he has got 24 minutes to work as well. Yes, Johan Boks always hope penalties. That is going to be the penalty advantage to the Springboks once again. So now, Damien Dialende drops it. And it is going to be now 50 meters out. And I think he is going to go for the 3 points once again. Franz Stein possibly, and Anthony has said subscribe as well. And in the chat we have got there in the chat as well, I'm Groot, says Wolf Song. So I believe Franz Stein 45 meters out. No. They've decided they don't want the 3 points. South Africa kicking for the corner now. And that is going to be about 15 minutes out. So that is a bold call from South Africa. Where's Morné Steyn? As well as Champagne Lord. At this stage, he is retired from international rugby, which does mean that he is going to be missing for the rest of the Springboks, which is a shame because of the fact that, British and Irish Lions tour coming up. He would have loved to be able to put the ball over the post in 12 years' time for them once again. And Franz Stein as well, says Johan there. But yeah, they have decided to go for the 3 point, going for the corner Lineouts lost. Wales have just lost the one. 8 from 8 so far for the Springboks. And Malcolm Marx about as consistent as it comes when it comes to lineout throws. Did I just jinx the man? We will have to wait and see. Malcolm Marx puts it in there. Taken nicely by Dwayne Vermeulen. And now the Springboks are set for their rolling maul, something that they do so well throughout any competition they play in the Rugby Championship. They used it, the British and Irish Lions tour. They used it. Now it's going to be taken down 22 metres out at the moment. Cobert Reinach now going to be going back across once again. And this is looking pretty good for the Springboks. And at this position of the field, 22 metres out, Lutiaga with a nice step. See done by him once again. Cobert Reinach now firing it back. Eben, it's a bit of a juggle from him, but he is still going forward. Hello from Namibia. It's Aussies AJ, so welcome in to the live stream, mate. Thank you very much for tuning in. It's going to be another advantage here. This one is a lot easier for the kick for the Springboks if they decide to take it on. Now it's going to be Quagga Smith once again driving forward. I assume that they aren't too far off, bringing Franco Mostert out there. It's a Beth straightening with the run, and Malcolm Marx with the clean out. Reinach going to be passing it back. Lutiaga knocks it backwards there, and they are going back for the penalty. High from Namibia as well, and they're chatting away from Namibia as well. Says Koko, so welcome in to the live stream, everyone. Thank you all very much for tuning in 12 years' time as well. Says go on, have some. And also we have got there Japan. Says Champagne, and also we have got there hi from Namibia from MC Luna as well. And hey AJ says Assassin and Mornay Stain doesn't exist. Have never been born, only in your own mind as well. Says Johan there, and also we have got there. We ask, you're a bot hater. Is it necessary that you make it so obvious that we also know you much or you don't know much? Oh, geez. And also we've got the old good, says AJ as well. And go Bok in the chat from Aldane. Yeah, at this stage, seems like they might be going for the 3-pointer once again. We have got their cheers for tuning in. Hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. It's massively appreciated, says Sebastian. It is indeed. Anyone who hasn't already, please do hit that subscribe button. We are on the road to 500 subscribers. We have been growing phenomenally, and it is all down to you guys hitting that button. I stumbled across this by chance. So glad I did as well, says Tani, and I'm glad that you did as well. And he is glad, Hondre Polo, that he has got that one over 15 points to 15 at the moment. It's a bit close at this stage with 20 minutes left in this one. Go Wales as well, says Cobus here. And these guys are now going to be fired up. I believe the subs are being made by Wales, so they have got Will John now out on the field. And I believe actually Bradley Roberts might also be out on the field as well. There is just a stoppage in play, and there we are ready. This channel is about to take over the world of rugby. Regards from prison as well, says so thank you very much, mate. Hugely appreciate you tuning in. And yeah, I guess hopefully the Wi-Fi is decent for yourself at the moment. And Yuri has said there as well, go Bok from South Africa, and also Bok will win, says AJ. And Wakanda, I mean Wales here as well, says Wolfsong, and Bok. We will win this together, or stronger together, says Johan. That is going to be now the scrum feed, or sorry, the line out throw for Wales in this one, and the South African flags from Zealand. Also, we have got the go Bok from Seychelles, says Krill. And also we have got the, what do people think of the England game today, says Thomas. I think England, they played very well. They kept Tonga, pretty much, they kept them trialless throughout that whole fixture, and they just kept going. And I think that is something that is very important for England in their upcoming game up against the Wallabies. They need to make sure they keep on just attacking for that one as well. But something that I have got, as you guys know, we have got another channel, the Kiwi Lads, and it is actually one that we have got channel members. And unfortunately, due to the copyright strike, it does mean that we aren't allowed to do that anymore. But I'm going to put this one up in the top corner. Rather than the belly emoji, we have got the South African one up there. And hopefully you guys do enjoy that one as well. I want to see a try already, please, says 650. And also we have got their mate England destroyed Tonga and Seychelles, says Atania. And also we have got their hello from Nabita in the chat as well. So welcome into the live stream, mate. The stage now, Thomas Williams. They have still got this one here, 40 meters out from the line here. It's a good step from Nick Tompkins, still stepping there, trying to go through. Malcolm Marx decides against, contesting for it. Thomas Williams once again passing it back now, and it is going to be in the hands of Will John. Still going to be available. Thomas Williams now going to the short side. Tompkins, wide cutout pass, almost happened there for them. Josh Adams, it's an advantage there, and it could be a deliberate knock-on. So they might end up giving a yellow card to, it will be Jesse Creel. If they do go back for it, I don't know how serious they will consider it though, but Wales at the stage still straight on front. Cross kick here from Dan Bigger, gives it off to Lewis Rees-Sammer, puts the grubber in behind, and they are chasing this one hard. It's taken by Frans Steyn, and they are going to be now, it will be the line out for Wales, and we have got there. This is another Rugby World Cup semi-final as well, says AJ, and also we have got there. We took the lines down. Wales will be a piece of cake as well, says Nabita, and go Box, says Toki there as well, and you all going to be disappointed. They won't make it as well, says Kovas there. And also we have got the, told you were going to, or we were going to turn things around, says Azale there as well. But they are just showing here, once again, it is going to be Wales going forward here. It's a good tackle though. Oh, no, sorry. That was actually a replay. They didn't actually tell me. They still had the clock ticking over at the top as well. Someone get the ball over the line and box. So much more consistent now that Rusty is in charge as well. Says it, Mark, but now at this stage is good defense from the box to stop the rolling ball. Ryan Elias with the inside ball now. Thomas Williams getting driven backwards in the tackle by, I believe, it was Quaka Smith once again. No, sorry, it was Kobus Reinach. Was able to make that big hit. Tame Basham once again. No, around the side it is going to be in the hands of Ryan Ellis. Or, sorry, his name's not Ryan. I keep on forgetting it. It is actually Ellis Jenkins. So there is Ellis involved in that. That's going to be another advantage to Wales now. 22 metres out. Wide cutout pass. It's drawn pass. There's a pitch invader. But now at this stage, Liam Williams has dropped the ball. There's a pitch invader who actually ran out in front of Liam Williams. And at this stage, that is a huge moment in the game, and they are not too happy. At this stage, it was going to be wide open on the outside, but Liam Williams had to dodge the people who were on the touchline. Due to that, he did end up putting it down. And at this stage, there is a man getting taken off the field in Wales. And we have there, come on Wales as well there. But yeah, Liam Williams was lining it up. Had to take it around the man. He's actually done very well to still take that one, Liam Williams, to the box. Can't play without Rassi, and too big of a game to end without tries as well. That situation. But yeah, at this stage, someone decided to run onto the field. Wales versus South Africa has been very close for the last few years. And also we have got there come on Wales and Rando person on the field as on, hey guys, someone have Nintendo for me or PS or Xbox as well, says Sidemen funny clips as well. I do have an Xbox, although at this stage, unfortunately, it ended up blowing up. So sadly, it doesn't mean that I can play at the moment, sadly. Javo69 again. It wasn't Javo, I don't believe. Okay, it wasn't clear is the call from the referee. So now at this stage, they will be going straight out in front, and it is going to be the three-pointer attempt for them here. But in the end, I believe, Quacker Smith dropping the knee in the end, I believe was what it was for. Onto the chest of the number 19, or number 18, sorry. And also we've got there George as well, says Danny. And also we've got there in the chat as well from David a little bit earlier on. I feel like I missed one, possibly. Where is it that we have got there? Wait, when you see George as well, says David. Yeah, unfortunately, though, David, George did tell to me he was working from 7:30 a.m. to 12. So unfortunately, he won't be around for this one, but he will be back for one next weekend that we will be able to get going as well. Really going as well, says Nabita. And also we have got there, that's going to be a penalties for Wales as well. So now they are leading this game, 18 points neck and neck game, and might be the same idiot that jumped in the All Blacks lineup during the national anthem last week. I don't think it was from the face. I don't think it was Javo there. Sorry, this is not the right place right now. But do you have an extra? Do you have an extra that you don't use as well? Says Simon Funny Clips. Oh, it's in an actual console. Oh, see, I thought you were talking about like a gamer tag that I did have. But unfortunately, yeah, my Xbox did end up blowing up. That was almost out on the full. But that one bounced just in the field of play. And now it's going to be the 22. Or sorry, not the 22. Elton Yankee's out on the field now as well for them. But yeah, it is going to be very interesting. But I am sorry. So I mean, Funny Clips, I do not have one. Spear, unfortunately, mine ended up blowing up just before that one's bounced just in the field of play. And we have got there, yeah, he's the third one of the Kiwi lads. He's a hoot as well. Says David there. And George, we miss you as well. Says Katie Dixon. Tell you what, we will get rid of the South Africa one up in the top corner. And we will put a George emoji. There we go. Ladies and gentlemen, that is George up in the top corner there. The guy who was on the field during the New Zealand anthem has appeared. Appeared in Ireland today as well. Says Assassin. And also we have got their ladies' hand up as well. Says Nabita. And now at this stage, just inside of the 22. Wales are going to have the option of kicking this one downfield. That's just hilarious. He just wanted to sing the national anthem as well, says Will Song. And also we have got there in the chat as well. Hello, Tanya as well. Says Nabita. Now it is going to be the high ball up from Thomas Williams, going very high into the sky. I believe the rain is still affecting this game. David Krill, or Jesse Krill, sorry, taking that one, but not cleanly. And now it's an advantage to Wales once again now with a bounce pass, passing it back out the back line. Bigger, lining up the men there, and it is going to be Will Rowland, who has straight down. Missed a lot. Any fullback or win scored. First try, please, as well. Says Sylvesto. No one at all has scored. Normally we do end up with the try scorers across the bottom of the screen, but we haven't had a single try scorer in this one yet. It's been all penalties. That one is going to be back, and it's another knock-on advantage here for Wales, and they've still got this one now. It's going to be Thomas Williams kicking it in behind rather than going for the kick. It's going to be going in behind, but it's taken nicely by Cobus Reinach. A battle with him and Lewis Rees-Sammer getting taken out by his own teammate, and now Cobus Reinach cuts on the inside. The replacement number 21. What a run that was from Cobus Reinach there. Very well done. What's the time as well, says KSI Army at this stage? 67 minutes through this game at the moment. So there are only 13 minutes left of the stage. It's a box game as well. All penalties as well. Says what's on. Okay, well, nice seeing you. I something like cheers, man, as well. Says man, funny clip. Thank you very much for subscribing, mate. It is hugely appreciated. And hopefully you will enjoy the future live streams as well. Go Wales as well, says Cobus. And also, I told you as well, says Cobus there. Now, this stage, it has gone straight up in the air, and it's going to be in the hands of Ebon Etzebeth. Big fend. Makazole Mapimpi is scoring the first try of the match, and it is going to be 68 minutes into this game, but South Africa taking the lead now. What's the time as well? And in there, and yeah, this stage, they are going to be checking this one, but I believe it is going to be the try for South Africa that does give them the lead in the later stages. I think they are just checking this one, going upstairs to make sure that there wasn't anything involved in terms of a knock-on or anything along those lines. What are we going to get to see? But Cobus Reinach, it was going to be Lewis Rees-Sammer going for the man, but he did get taken out by, I believe it was Josh Adams in the end. Great low tackle there on Cobus Reinach, but then from there, Etzebeth with the massive fend on the inside of Makazole Mapimpi. I think this one has been awarded as the try, and Makazole Mapimpi was the man who was able to score it. Oh, no, they've gone time off. This might not be a try. We will have to wait to see it. Also, we have got there, and the Jeff finally says these with it. Also, it's a bot game, all penalties. And also in there, we have got their bollocks, says that Matt there as well. And beautiful try bok. Try must be a foreign language to the Welshies as well. And also, we have got their Shampimpi. Was Eben Etzebeth onside? Assassin has said a good try there as well. We're going to be going upstairs. And we are going to be checking this one. Was Eben Etzebeth offside? He needs to be stepping back as the call there, so we're going to have to wait and see. A game of penalties is just, as well, says Daniel Mapimpi, as well on the chat from it was there from a Johan as well. But at this stage, they're checking this one. Cobus Reinach. Okay. Was he onside? 16 green advances for Malcolm Marks. I think this is going to be a no try. It's going to be a penalty to Wales. The players chased Malcolm Marks and Etzebeth, and because of the fact that they chased that ball, it means that they were both considered offside. That's going to be a no try. Has to retire backwards as a call from Paul Williams. And that is going to be a no try. And it's a penalty to Wales. Was he as well, says Darren Smith. And Mapimpi says a Springbok there into their chat. And also we have got the OL in there from Assassin. And also we have got the Come on Southern Hemisphere as well. Eben, you silly, silly boy, you, says Wolves Song. And also Springboks are still a joke, or Box are still a joke, says go on, have some. And also we have got that they must have paid the referee. And also Come on Northern Hemisphere. And your beauty, says Matt. He's a happy man at the moment. Even Etzebeth is really on side, says David. Now at this stage, the rain is still pouring at Principality Stadium. I will mention it once again. If you guys haven't already, be sure to leave a like on this live stream. I haven't actually seen how many likes we are sitting on at the moment, but I will have a quick look now and see what we are sitting on. We are going to be doing the game between France and Wales. That will be coming up. We are sitting on 64 likes. Can we push towards the 80? That's a brilliant kick from Dan Bigger. And now inside of the 22, Wales will have the attack. George, as Wales says, Danny, and also we have got the Go Wales as well. And the chat from it is from Cobus. And also Big Call says Darren Smith and Champagne Lord takes selfies of his friend's body and uses this as his profile picture. At other stage, they have made another sub. I believe it is going to be Bradley Roberts now. What a moment to make your way out onto the field, that is for sure. Yeah, at this stage, we are sitting on the 64 likes. So let's see if we can push towards the 80, or sorry, 68 now. We're flying up at that stage. And go Wallabies, or sorry, goes Wales as well, says Tony. And just subscribed as well, says go on, have some as well. Thank you very much, mate. Hugely appreciate it. And we are very close to the 500 subscribers as well. The stage of Springboks trying to stop that one, and they have got the scrum feed now. Eben has done what the All Blacks do. Eben just got caught as well. says David. And also we have there, go Wales from Tanya Godwin there. This stage now, it is going to be the scrum feed for South Africa. Next try almost wins this game. Crunch time. Please give a prediction as well, says Darren Smith. I said the Springboks by 10 at the start of this game. And I think I don't know whether I overestimated the Springboks or I underestimated Wales. Maybe a bit of both. But at this stage, I think I'm going to say it, next try wins. Whoever scores the try, the only try of the match, they are winning this game. We are going to have to wait and see exactly who it is going to be. That's how the Springboks got screwed over and over again by the referees. Rassi made that situation very clear in this video as well, says Johan. And yeah, that stage, quite a few penalties. That is actually the first yawn of this match, which is very impressive due to the fact that we are currently sitting 8-11 AM here in New Zealand. It's actually very overcast at the moment. I ended up completely going blurry there. I just noticed referees looking for a reason not to give the try as well, and there will be no tries, and it's a pretty poor game from both sides. That's going to be the penalty to the Springboks now. Tame Basham and Sir Khaleesi just having a bit of a chat there with their two friends, and also Ono Boo as well, says Tani, and Boo Johan as well, says go and have someone, and also we have got there in the chat, go Wales, says Timothy, and also there will be no tries in the chat as well. Looks like Wales need to go up in the rankings after this game. If they do win it, they might actually promote themselves up to about 7th or 6th. And this one, Box don't play like world champs as well, says Calvin, and Scotland in this as well, says Aiden. Scotland have got the game next week up against the Springboks. So that's going to be an exciting one. But Scotland able to get themselves their match. It is going to be taking place tomorrow up against the Wallabies. We are covering it on the channel as well. So yeah, if you guys are new, be sure to check us out for those future live streams. We are currently only sitting 11 subscribers away from the 500 as well. So if you do what I was out, please do. But Jasper Visa now making his way out onto the field. That is replacing the captain, Sia Khaleesi, 9th as well, says Will Song. And also we have got the next Wales will score a try. Go Wales as well, says Gobus there. But I will ask the question as well, ladies and gentlemen. Are you guys going to be watching the game between France and Argentina that is kicking off in only around 50 minutes time? Do let me know. I am curious, but now at this stage, Malcolm Marks at the back of the rolling maul, and the Springboks looking like they want to just march this one for Calvin the Box. Never play like world champs, but must be the referee as well. Says go on, have someone else. So we have got there from KSI Army and Go Wales. World Rugby is in there as well, says Timothy, and also we have got there. No, they can't. The referee is way too strong as well. Says that Springbok can also come a block. 8 more subscribers, says Aiden. So we are flying up at the moment. We're getting very, very close to the 500. Kovas Reinach puts the ball high, lines it up. Makazole Mapimbi taking it beautifully. Once again under the high ball and driving his way forward, just taking a shot in the ribcage from Malcolm Marks. It's an advantage there to the Springboks low tackle on Eben Etzebeth. Now that's Dave Reinach once again passing it back into the hands of Dwayne Vermeulen. Reinhardt goes back now to Sia Khaleesi, loose ball, ends up taking it nicely. Sorry, it was actually Elton Yankees there, but it's going back for the penalty, and this will make it a tie at this stage. And also we have got the OMG, Fangiran. Just enjoy the game as well, says Nambita, and also we have got the Come on Wales, says Richie, and also this channel will end up being as big as your main channel, Hamish, by the time the strike is removed, says Steve. It's kind of looking like it, to be honest, but I think the goal is to be able to, I guess, just build up a channel, not brand, but just like in terms of being able to do rugby live streams on the main channel, doing rugby live streams on this one as well, alongside other sport and everything like that. I feel like it will be pretty awesome. And also Kiwi Lads Gaming, we've got Kiwi Lads Reacts, hasn't even been uploading, but that is going to be starting up very soon. Once the strike is removed off the main channel, I've got a special video plan where I'm going to pretty much talk through all of the channels and what we are going to be doing in the future on them, and try and keep you guys informed. But at this stage, 72 minutes through this game for yourself there for KSI Army and Go Wales down the in there, says Timothy, and also over there. I think we will find out how good France really is over these next few weeks as well, says Assassin. Yeah, that game up against the All Blacks is going to be an exciting one. The Kiwi Lads franchise as well, says Sebastian, and I can imagine, or just imagine Nigel Owens just losing his stuff right now as well, says Will Song. And please describe the crowd reaction at this pinnacle moment as well, says Darren Smith. They are loud at this stage, that is for sure. And also, Sebastian, would you possibly be able to put the Discord link in the chat, please, if that is possible? Anyone who does want to talk rugby with us and also just general sport and just have a chat, we have got a Kiwi Lads Discord server, which Sebastian, in a very short moment, will be putting he will be putting a link there. But now at this stage, Malcolm Marks with the line out throw here, 10 meters out, and the crowd at Principality Stadium, they have come alive for the later stage. It's taken nicely there by Dwayne Vermeulen. Malcolm Marx now at the back. Look at it creep forward here. Only 5 meters out at the moment for the Springboks. Still going, still marching, still going. Malcolm Marx scores the try for the Springboks, and he has been able to get over the line. And in the 72nd minute, the Springboks have been able to score it. I don't want to say I was correct, but when South Africa were losing by 3 points at halftime, I said, watch out for Malcolm Marx. He's scoring. And he has just scored in one of the most pinnacle moments of the game here. Malcolm Marx, the super sub, hasn't been able to score it as well. Try, says Steve. And neck and neck game. Box never ever deliver. Constant struggle as well there in the chat. But we're going to have to add a name to the try scorers list. It was just a great rolling maul try. Try scorers in this game. We go like this, and we add that man's name, Malcolm Marx, the only try of this game so far. You know what? We're going to put it in all caps. We're going to... There we go. Look at that. There we go. Malcolm Marx was the man who was able to score it. That is how I said it at the time. We always got there. Sebastian, you are the man, brother. The work you do for us on YouTube and Discord is second to none. Yeah, it is very impressive the way that he goes. I see that we have got Assassin now on the Discord server as well. But yeah, anyone who does want to access the Discord, it is actually this link. I will put it up on the screen for you guys. And QLS lawn mowing services as well. Go play against the referee. I want to see how far you get. I remember this in school rugby years ago as well, and that is going to be now converted. This stage now, South Africa sit on 20 points. I don't believe that kick went over from Elton Yankees, and also at this stage, it is still only 2 points difference between these two sides. It was just a legend rock and roll as well, says Tanya, and also no Evan Etzebeth this time, I hope, as well. And also we've got there, you called it, mate, Malcolm Marx is the super sub, and go Bok as well, and Wales is giving hope. We'll take your joy at the end of the game as well, says Kovas. And yeah, this stage, Wales are not out of this game. If they win this penalty, they were almost able to, but they can kick this one if they do get a penalty. Yeah, what a finish as well, says Eddie. And 5 subscribers, says Ada. We are only 5 away from the 500. So if you do want to help us out, please hit that subscribe button. We are going to be doing the match between France and Australia that is coming up. France and Argentina, and also Scotland versus Australia. That is going to be taking place tomorrow. Taken beautifully there by Johnny Nick-Nickel. Was he tackled in the air by Franco Mostert? Now going back into the hands. Now Anscombe is out on the field, so I believe Dan Bigger is no longer there. It's a bit holding up. Quagga Smith ripping it away there in the breakdown. And now at this stage, back on the side of the box. 40 meters out for the line at the moment. I need a line. Lagavera as well, and the Bok will win. Says Kokos there. And also we have got there 3 minutes to celebrate a Wales victory as well. Says mate Joanne, what a finish. And there, now at this stage, it's a knock-on advantage. Lukanyo Arm down the wing, trying to make his way forward. 22 meters out at the moment here for the Springboks. Kobus Reinach once again trying to go forward. Jasper Visa with the carry. Can the Springboks score one more? I did say next try wins this game. Where are they on the field currently? They're on the 22 at this stage. Going to be Elton Yankees carrying the ball forward, which is something that we don't really see from him too much. It normally is him kind of taking the draw and pass option a little bit more. And also we have got there, Wales need to get right in South Africa's faces as well. Go on Wales as well. Says go on, have some, and also come on Wales in the chat from Wolfsong. And also we have got there, about time South Africa, you took a long enough as well there. And is the only way Wales can come back so late in the game? I think so. Still 4 minutes left. As long as, it's an advantage now to the Springboks. That's a drop ball when they're going back for the penalty, right? At this stage, the Springboks, if they take the 3 points, they will be 5 points ahead, and the Wales side will need a try to win this one, and they will need to be converted as well. Go Bok in the chat from Davida, and also the Box squad will win as well, says Johan there. And also we have got the Wales need to get a blimmin' try first throw as well, says Mobs. And also this guy cracks me up. He sure loves Malcolm Marx, and Mark sure loves to make his predictions come true as well, says Vida. Yeah, this stage, it was one of those ones. Anytime I get a prediction, you guys will know who have followed the channel for a long time, I don't predict anything right normally. So for me to actually have it, they've kicked this one for the corner, so I got that wrong as well. They've decided that they want one more, perhaps rolling more, try 2 more subscribers this until we hit the 500 as well. Balls says it was song, and I called it with Malcolm Marx. He's such a legend as well, says Joshua. Yes, super sub. Indeed, even Etzebeth just getting a little bit of attention for one of his eyes. I believe might have ended up getting a bit of a poke there for him as well, but I will mention once again, if you guys haven't already, be sure to subscribe to the main channel. We do post the lineups of these two teams And also all the games coming forward, we are going to be posting the lineups. Also a little bit of a preview we do on there as well. And also some gaming on the Kiwi Lads Gaming on the pin comment. Be sure to check it out. What on earth are they doing as well? Says Wolf Song at the moment. They are going for the corner. They have decided, with the fact that there are only 3 minutes left, if they get this one, Malcolm X, or as well as there's Namita, pretty much Malcolm Marks was the man. I should have rolled the R actually rather than the A, because that's kind of Malcolm Marks. A little bit of a at the end of that one. But now Malcolm Marks, once again, that didn't quite come out the way that I wanted it to do. He is going to the front once again and rolling maul for the Springboks. Malcolm Marks, he scored 2 in the Rugby Championship in 1 fixture. He is waiting at the back and he is ready to go. He has got a Cobra Reinach right with him if he decides to use it. What can he do? They're still going here. Malcolm Marks marching forward. Cobra Reinach, he wants the ball. He's still trying to creep his way forward here, Malcolm Marks. And now it's going to be Yasovi's around the side. Only a couple meters short here for the box. Now at this stage, marching around the side once again. I'm looking around, the ball pops out the side. It's still on the side of the Springboks though. They have done very well to hang on to it. At this stage, only 2.5 minutes left. Stephen Kitsoff, they were in great field territory here, only 5 meters out. Quagga is huge as well. See, Springbok, he has had some huge moments in this game, that is for sure. At this stage now, they are waiting for the penalty advantage, but they haven't been able to get one quite yet. Damien Delende held up, and that is going to be called as a tackle once again, so they have to release him now. One of the players was offside for Wales, but they haven't given it as an advantage. They are just talking about it with the referee. Stephen Kitsoff, once again, 2 minutes left in this game for the Springboks. If they score now, they win this game. If they don't, Wales still have a little bit of a chance. The ball was knocked backwards there. Reinach able to jump on it. Still available. It's a penalty to Wales. Illegally clean out there from Ebenetzebev leaving his feet. Wales as well, says Marshall. And also go Wales, says Cobus here. Good on you, Johnny Blaze. In 9th place rating is the capital Wales as well. And Quagga is huge. And please know, says Jamie there. And Joshua Pennington. I know I said that. Malcolm Marks will score a try as well. See that, Johan. And come on, Wales, we need this. We don't take L's as well. And go Wales, says Victor. 450 viewers, says Assassin. Nice as well. Yeah, that is the most that we have had on a live stream on this channel. I believe, if I'm not wrong, before I go. Great commentary, superb as well, says Darren Smith. Thank you very much, mate. Hugely appreciated you guys all being here for this live stream. My voice is trying to disappear. We have still got one more live stream tonight, and that is going to be the match that has taken place between France and Argentina. Get it up the field, chaps. Get it up the field, Dan, as well. And that's the stage, another sub being made. That's going to be Ben Carter. And straight away, he will have the lift. It's going to be also in the number 16 jersey, Bradley Roberts, on debut. Don't think he's ever had a throw as important as this one for Wales. We have got the yes, come on, Wales. And sure, or yeah, go the box as well, says Hero in Wales, says Timothy in the chat there. But yeah, at this stage, thank you all very much for tuning in. If you haven't already, be sure to leave a like on this live stream. We are currently sitting on 85. Maybe we can hit 100 before the end of this one. If you haven't already, be sure to hit that button. Also, agreed, Johnny. Feeling is mutual on my side. Bro, I'm a Bok, but we'll always shout for Southern Hemisphere brothers, as well, says MC Luna. And also, the Box will win this as well on drop goal. That be as well, says Wilsong. Yeah, at that stage, they are 35 meters out from their own line here. I think that France wins, says AJ. Yeah, I think they will be able to win that one. And congratulations, 500 subs. The Kiwi Lad Sport as well. That is absolutely awesome. Thank you all very much for hitting that subscribe button. It is hugely appreciated as well. You have 500 subscribers, says Aiden. And yeah, I feel like I am just as excited hitting the 500 on this live stream as I was when we did hit the original one, almost stolen by Franco Mostu. But Wales have still got this ball, but they have got quite a long way to go. It was a very flat pass. Bouncing out the back, it is backwards. And Quagga Smith straight again, trying to get on the ball. They've still got it though for Wales. The stage now, 79 minutes gone in this fixture. Congrats, man, as well, says Assassin. If only the Box played like you can talk. Thank you for the great commentary as well, says George there. South Africa trying to swarm straight on the ball almost. It's still available for them though. Looking to the short side, Gareth Davis instead. Passes it back across. Wyn Jones lined up there. 25 meters out from their own line here. Please, boys, come on, lads, as well, says Wilson. Wilson, sorry. The stage, Adam Baird, the Springboks just continuing the pressure. And on the ball, it's a penalty to the Springboks, and they have won this match because Kitsoff straight on the ball there, and the Springboks hang on, and they will now have the chance at the 3. How old is this channel as well, says Eugene? We've had it a little while, but we've only got, I believe, about 10 uploads on it, which is just absolutely incredible that you guys have been supporting us as much as you have been. And there's plenty more coming on. And I honestly think Italy will beat Wales hopeless, as well, says Molson. And drop goal by the drop goal, the ball down as well, says Wolves Skong. Unfortunately, they were just a little bit too far out for it as well. Fantastic. I've downloaded Discord. Amazing Rugby World connection. Thanks, guys, as well, says Tania. Yeah, we love having a chat about the games on this channel. And it is just one of those ones that at this stage, we have no plans of slowing down, about ready to collapse for the lack of sleep. Cheers for the stream, Irish brother. A sterling job as always, 10 out of 10 as well, says Cecil. So I assume we will not be seeing you for that game between France and Scotland, or not Scotland, sorry, France and Argentina, but I'm sure we will see you back maybe for Scotland versus Wallabies tomorrow night. Congratulations, South Africa as well, says Steve Smith. This one is going to be Elton Yankees kicks it over, and that is the end of the game. And the Springboks able to win it 23 points to the 18 as well. I won against Morrison's Academy as well, says Aiden. And yeah, you've done it 500 subscribers, says Tanya as well. After the Autumn Internationals, who will be number one in reality as well, says Darren Smith. It's a good question. I believe due to the fact that it's going to be tricky because New Zealand and South Africa are just going to keep on overtaking each other, I think, because New Zealand have got Ireland and France, whereas South Africa, they have got Scotland, and then they have got England. So it's two kind of around the same ratings if you add them up and average them out as well. All Blacks still number one as well, says Chris there, and GD Box says Assassin there as well. And also we've got the I guess a win is a win, but not the greatest game for the Box as well, says George. Yeah, at the end of the day, they were pushed in this game up against Wales. Wales played well throughout this one. A nice Hamish Bock will win. We don't care how we win, as well, says Mawson. Also, we've got there one more game to go. Thank you, Rugby Gods, for blessing us with these wicked games. Lucky, as well, says Covis. Yeah, very close. Very, very close. And this one, Wales, last place in the Six Nations. Yeah, as well, says Mobs are there. But at this stage, like Johnny Blaze has mentioned, we have got one more live stream that we are doing today on the channel. We are sitting 8:30 a.m. here in New Zealand. We have been up doing live streams since about 1:40 New Zealand time, but we are continuing to go. We are continuing our momentum here. So if you guys are new, be sure to hit the subscribe button because we are going to be transferring straight over to another live stream, France versus Argentina, in a short moment. Wait, do you start a new live or just the same live as well, says Adam? We do go over to a new live stream for it as well. So that is what we will be doing. But what I can do for you guys in the chat as well, I can actually give you a link so that you can transfer straight over. On the main channel, we are able to redirect, but unfortunately on this one, we do not have that option. So pretty much what we will be doing here is we will be going like this, and I will be getting it up so you guys can transfer straight over. But what a game of rugby. Like, I don't think a game that has only one try should be as entertaining as that was. It was just like, you never know what way it's going to go, and your brain hurts from watching it as well. Great commentating. Thank you for your time, as I said. No worries, mate. We are going to be back tomorrow as well with Wallabies taking on Scotland as well. Good night here from Namibia as well, says AJ. But thank you very much for tuning in, mate. Thanks so much, as well, says Neil. And thank you very much, mate, for tuning in. And thank you, Kiwi lads, says MH Joy there as well. South Africa can only win by 2-point margin. Still a long way to go as well, says Didier. And yeah, that game next week up against Scotland is going to be interesting. And also we have got the absolutely correct, mate. The Box and All Blacks are on a seesaw as well, says Johan. Yeah, pretty much it's going to be extremely hard to work out who is going to be going what way. But at this stage, we will get this link. So pretty much we will be doing a little bit of a post-match review here. What a game this was as well. And at the chat there from Barry, and I am glad that you did enjoy, mate. Thank you very much. As well, says Nabita there, and 5-point margin, says Diddy. And also, we have got there, thanks, man. Take care. Very immense game. And back to the Valley singing your Tom Jones there as well, says Mawson. Also, we've got there, Springboks in the chat from Springbok, and Argentina to win, says 20. Who knows? Argentina, they've got a decent side that they have decided to go with great commentary, or best commentary, Kiwi lads, as well. Well done. You need to cut your hair at the back as well, says Darren Smith. I do indeed. It's hiding at this stage, but I can understand where you're coming from because I do try and hide it so that you guys can't see it. But yeah, it is one of those ones. Probably do need a haircut coming up very soon, but I will mention for this matchup, we are going to look at some stats to do with this game, because what a game it was in terms of how close it was. Never was there a moment that either side looked out of this fixture. But yeah, at this stage, the discipline let down South Africa a little bit. They gave away 10 for this one as well. The Rugby Guru post-match, why don't you join him? He's going to do a review as well, says Barry Green, although we have got another live stream coming up very, very soon, Barry, on his channel as well, and also Go Bocky as well from Leo, so he is a very happy man. But yeah, we are going to be doing the game between France and Argentina. That is going to be kicking off in only a short moment. We have got 15 minutes till we start that live stream, so we are starting 15 minutes beforehand for that one as well. But I accidentally stopped a poll on that one, which is slightly unfortunate. We have got Aiden in that one already there, and also we have got the Go Bok from Leo as well. Have a nice evening, says Kokos, you too, mate. And thank you very much for tuning in. It is currently overcast here in New Zealand. We're sitting 8:30 a.m. Give me an L, give me an O, give me a S, Give me a T. What have we got? Wayne Pivik as the national coach as well, says Rich there. And also we have got there Hamish, you are the Steven Seagal of the movie. Great commentary as well, says Mawson. Also we have got there a decent Springbok team would have wiped the floor as well, says Kobus. And who was the referee? It was Paul Williams from New Zealand. So I feel like at this stage, as a Kiwi, I'm probably not going to be the most popular person, although hands up, I didn't have anything to do with it. Well, that one as well. It's 8:30 a.m. says Adrian as well. And also, so what was the final score? My G as well was 23 to the Springboks and 18 to Wales in the end. We have got there 9:30 p.m. my time as well, says Barry Green. And also we have got there my forefathers will win as well in the chat from Johan. But yeah, I am looking forward to seeing the action that is going to be taking place between between Scotland and South Africa next week. New Zealand, best country in the world as well, says Adrian. And world rankings update, please, as well. Seems fantastic. I think at this stage, I always struggle to find them, but I know that some of you guys are very good at calculating them. So if anyone knows what the kind of calculation is, do let me know in the chat, and I'll put it up on the screen as well. New Zealand, best country in the world. And also, what's the final score? It was 23 for South Africa, 18 to Wales at the full 80 minutes as well. Springbok team will become week after Rassie. Give it over to new coaching as well. Well done, Hamish. Like hearing you again, says David Russell. Welcome in the live stream, and thank you very much for tuning in. What a game. Right down to the wire. Never knew what way it was going to be going, but Springboks in the end, they had some very good players throughout this fixture. I would say for myself, I mean, Damien de Allende, he didn't get a huge amount of carries, but he was important. Same with Dwayne Vermeulen, but the super sub, Malcolm Marx, was able to get himself the try in that one. New Zealand first as well, says Rice, and there was a lost opportunity for Wales. And thanks, Kiwi lad, says Springbok there. And All Blacks should have won the World Cup as well, says Kobus. And South Africa needed to win by 15 points or more to get back to number one as well, says Chris. So yeah, at this stage, the New Zealand side will just take a little bit of a lead for those world rankings, but it's very close as well. Wales didn't score in the whole match. Good defense by the Box as well, says Barry Green. And also we have got that Fiji going to kick your butt, Wales, as well, says Monster. Yeah, that game is taking place next week. In fact, ladies and gentlemen, I will quickly show you guys exactly what is going to be taking place next week for the World of Rugby for these two sides. So Springboks, they are going to be taking on Scotland, 2 a.m. New Zealand time. We are covering that game on the channel. Also, another game that is going to be taking place is Wales. They have got Fiji, which is not by any means of the word an easy game for them. Wales versus Fiji, Monday morning air in New Zealand, 4:15. Also going to be covered on this channel, even though my voice might disappear, but my desire to watch these games and talk to you guys will definitely not. Want to subscribe, like your commentary as well. Says Kobus, thank you very much, mate. Be sure to hit that subscribe button. It is hugely appreciated. All the support you guys have been showing on this live stream. Where are you from? I am from New Zealand, Rice, but it is currently sitting 8:30 a.m. We've been up all night watching rugby. Couldn't think of a better way to spend a night, to be honest. My eyes are bloodshot. I'm a bit hungry, so I'll probably end up having a quick snack before we go to the next live stream as well. But nonetheless, thank you all very much for tuning in. Looking rusted, but game time will show it all at Lekkerbok as well, says Jennifer there. And 510 subscribers, says Aiden there. And Johan has said hi as well. Welcome into the live stream, mate. And also we have there Kobus has said 2023 Springboks again for Elena, and also Useless Box. They are actually weak as well from Kobus there. But now at this stage, I'm excited for this next game. France versus Argentina is one that I don't think I'll be able to predict an exact score. I know that France will bring their A game. Argentina, I feel like they are due for a good game as well. I also got the South Africa win World Cups every 12 years. So no in 2023. And why don't you put it on as well? Says Barry Green. Why don't you put it on? Oh, sorry. Why you put a $sign and a membership so we can support you on this channel and give you donation as well, says Barry Green. So pretty much due to the fact that this live stream or this channel that we're live streaming on has less than 1,000 subscribers, it means that we are not able to monetize on this one. So our main channel, the Kiwi Lads, due to the fact that that copyright strike is still there, we cannot kind of earn money from our live streams due to the fact we can't actually do those live streams. So pretty much at this stage, we are doing this, I guess, just for the passion side of it. But as you guys know, that passion is well and truly lit at the moment. So we are going to continue throughout the night, no matter what, to keep on doing, bringing these live streams to you guys. Because at the end of the day, it is just one of those ones that, like, I love doing this, and I love the fact that you guys support these live streams as well. And it just makes it so worth it. To be honest, Rusted, they played like Rusted for the past 8 years as well. Cisco is a no, says William. And also great commentary, thanks as well. And thanks for doing this, my G, as well, says Leo. No worries at all, mate. And we are going to be back for France versus Argentina as well. Cheers for tuning in, everyone. France versus Los Pumas stream coming up, the last one of the Belton Rugby Marathon as well. And how you gain so many subscribers as well, says Aiden, is a good question. It's a very good question. And I don't know how to answer it sometimes, Aiden, to be honest. I think it is just the consistency. We try and keep on going as well. Subscribe to your channel, buddy. But France will win for sure as well, says Johan. And Kiwi lads, great job, says Springboks and Springboks all the way, says Bianca. And thank you, chat, says Katie Dixon. But nonetheless, if anyone does want to join that Discord server, I will once again put it up on the screen. And if you wouldn't mind, Sebastian, possibly would you be able to put that one back in the chat? I am scrolling back through. I haven't actually been able to find that Discord one. I don't think I can go back far enough, but anyone who does want to chat to us off live stream and just talk to our rugby community that we are building, Kiwi lads, go and have a beer, as I said, Springbok. And also because I would like that many to do like rugby games as well. There's Aiden there, and also we've got their Be Happy Kiwi lads as well. Says, make sure you're always happy when we're doing our live stream, mate. And also maybe it's your number one, says Johnny. And also I'm sure YouTube give you money in general because you have a lot of subs on channel. The Kiwi lads channel, says Barry Green. So pretty much it is any form of live stream like we aren't able to do on that channel until we get that strike removed type thing. So because of that, it does mean that for live stream wise, they are completely off the table on that one. I'll join. I never use Discord though as well. And also that is the Discord link for anyone who does want to chat to us off the live stream, chat to our rugby community that we have been able to build up over the last little while. And probably a lot of these games will be mentioned on there as well. New Zealand too good as well, says it right there in the chat. But nonetheless, thank you all very much for tuning into this live stream. You have made it absolutely awesome. But yeah, we will have to wait and see how it does go as well. But if you are new to the channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button. Also, be sure to check out the Rugby Down Under podcast. It is going to be the, it's pretty much on Apple, also on Google Podcasts and Spotify. If you guys do want to check it out, it is an international rugby podcast where we talk all things international rugby as well. I hope you hit 1K subs, brother, as well, says Rice. And also just tier 1 teams will be streamed as well. Looking forward to see what France can do as well, says Jennifer there as well from Strufa. Hopefully I pronounced that correctly. But nonetheless, thank you all very much for tuning in. And I will see you all in a very short moment with our next live stream, which is going to be going on this live stream that I have just put a link to in the chat as well. But nonetheless, thank you all very much for tuning in, and I will see you all